What's good with it? What's the deal with it, man? What's the word? What's popping? Yeah, man, we got Claressa Shields getting into it with Camron. Camron has some stuff to say about Claressa Shields.
And then I put up, look, you got 15 fights and 3 knockouts. So she put up, you want to be the 4th knockout? So I put up when she was sparring with a nigga and the nigga knocked her out. And she ran her car to get her knife. I said, from everything I'm learning, because I learned about this girl all weekend because people tagging me. She want to fight every nigga. She want to fight Gennady Golovkin, Keith Thurman, what's my nigga? Porter, the nigga. She want to fight niggas. So I'm like, if you really a nigga, just say you a nigga. I don't know what you are at this point. But she has a problem, and when she want to fight Jake Paul, she want to fight mad niggas. So I showed her when she was fighting a nigga cleaned the clock. Stop playing with people like that. And then she got mad. It's all over viewership. I'm reading the cue cards on the cue.
Only Sargento, 100% real natural. Basically, we got Camron coming at my boy Camron coming at Claressa Shields. You know, Claressa Shields a boxer out of Flint, Michigan. So, you know, I had to bring this content to y'all. It's good content to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mess with Camron, but this is funny because I kept on going through Instagram. I see Claressa Shields going in. You know what I'm saying? I see Claressa Shields going in on Claressa Shields going in on Camron. So you know what I'm saying? She all posting some stuff like he got a chain snatch. You know what I'm saying? Go on Claressa Shields Instagram. Check that out. She was talking about he got a chain snatch. I'm like, what's going on? She going, I got a chain snatch, all type of, you know what I'm saying? She was saying all type of stuff about Camron, but she was just sharing some posts. I'm just like, what's going on? So I had to do my research. Look, go to his page, go to you know what I'm saying? What's calling him page? Yeah.
On the internet, and why not ask you? So, Claressa Shields, what's going on? What's the issue? Can you kind of inform us a little bit about what's happening?
Like, I had female stalkers before, but it's usually after I fuck them. I never had a female stalker that I didn't fuck. And this is kind of new for me. So this is actually what happened. I did the face-off between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. I'm reading the cue cards. We talked about this last week, but I'm going to fool my audience who don't know. I'm reading the cue cards. On the cue cards, it says, I'm reading the cue cards. We talked about this last week, but I'm going to fool my audience who don't know. I'm reading the cue cards. On the cue cards, it says, the most watched women's fight ever, Katie Taylor against Amanda Serrano. I don't know what's the most watched female boxing match. Now, don't get me wrong, I love female boxing, but I never studied who was the most watched female boxing match. So I'm just reading what's on the card. After that, she goes on a DMs me, yo, you got that wrong, champ. Da 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 da. I'm the most watched female fighter. Fine. I said, congratulations. But after last night, which was the next day after the Jake Paul main event with them, I said, you got some catching up to do. Cool. After that, she says, I look forward to breaking records. I put fire emoji. The next day after that, she does a 20-minute interview dissing me. Cam is trying to rewrite history. Cam don't know what he's talking about. Cam is crazy. This means he don't like black women. Da 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 da. And I'm like, bro, all I did was read what was on the cue card. How I'm trying to rewrite history. I didn't know who was the most watched, but I did know after the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, and they co-main event, it was 50 million, 60 million, whatever it was watching us. All this turns into Cam don't like black women. Cam is hating on me. I'm trying to rewrite history. I didn't know the history. So then I left it alone. I said what I said on the show. Then she tagging me in videos talking about, yeah, Cam, look at this, and that, third. So I left it alone. She tagged me again. So I DM'd her back. I said, this is stalking at this point. I don't want to give you the attention you don't want. You're going to get the attention that you don't want. I'm telling you. I said this in the DM. She said, let's go at it. And that's where it went. I'm just a funny nigga. So I just started clowning her. After I'm clowning her, she go back and forth, back and forth. Look, sir, I don't know you, homeboy. I don't know nothing you do but box. I have no opinion of you. I don't care if your fight was the most watched or not the most watched. My nigga, I do not know you from nowhere. So that's all the back and forth, but I was just having fun with it over the weekend. And she was putting up shit, I was putting up shit. But everything she was putting up, she don't know what the fuck she talking about. I got robbed. I never got robbed. They tried to take my Lamborghini from me. I said no. I got shot up behind it. No disrespect, I'm not saying that's a smart thing to do. But you don't have your facts correct. When you get your facts correct, I'll tell you you're right, but all your facts are incorrect. Look, mister, I don't know you from nowhere. I hope you enjoy your life. I hope you have fun, but I don't know you. I'm not trying to rewrite history. I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. You don't have the most watched boxing female match ever. Ever. Period. So that's all it was. That's what happened over the weekend.
So was all this over just the viewership?
That's all it's over. Whole shit is over the viewership. It all started. I'm trying to rewrite history. That's all it started. Then what happened was, I said, listen, you got 15 fights and 3 knockouts. Good. So she put up murder. She put some. I'm mad I'm not in the studio. My flight got delayed. You got to get me out to murder. It's up to you to get me out to 2 with the demons. I want to be in studio for this. I'll be there tomorrow. But the point being is, it's all over viewership. That's all it's about. And then I put up, look, you got 15 fights and 3 knockouts. So she put up, you want to be the 4th knockout? So I put up when she was sparring with a nigga, and the nigga knocked her out. And she ran in her car to get her knife. I says, from everything I'm learning, because I learned about this girl all weekend because people telling me, she want to fight every nigga. She want to fight Gennady Golovkin, Keith Thurman, what's my nigga? Porter, the nigga Porter. She want to fight niggas. So I'm like, if you really a nigga, just say you a nigga. I don't know what you are at this point. But she has a problem, and when she want to fight Jake Paul, she want to fight mad niggas. So I showed her when she was fighting the nigga cleaned the clock. Stop playing with people like that. And then she got mad. But I did get offered to go on Mad Comedy tours this weekend. D-Ray hit me up. Cedric and Ted. Few niggas hit me and said, Ken, we'll give you 30 minutes, nigga. He said, Ken, if you want to go on the comedy, I said, I don't have a stand-up act, man. Few niggas hit me, I said, I'm not even really trying to be funny. I'm just telling you what's going on. But I did get offered to go on some comedy tours. But this is all over the viewership, murder. That's exactly what this is over. So I said that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano had the most views ever. That's what it's all over.
I think that's the misunderstanding. I think from hearing what Stat is saying, I don't really know, so anybody don't put me in it. But when it comes to viewership, she's basically saying that she was hosting this fight and she was the headliner of this fight, and those girls weren't. Is that the real beef? Stat, am I getting it correct?
Yeah, basically, like, it was mainly about the viewership, and I don't know, because can I just say really quick?
Yeah. The
whole thing, and I'm not inserting myself into, I don't want any part of this. I'm just saying, when it was first discussed, Cam didn't say anything bad. So that's why I don't understand why, like, it just got so hostile. He actually was, like, praising her and was like, look, like, she like, that type of thing. It was never supposed to be any sort of discourse, argument. So what I'm just gonna say, if you'd like to chat, you know, you guys can have a great discussion on the show. Everybody can say their sides.
That's my thing. So that's my thing too. Your publicist been begging for you to come on the show. I'm talking about begging. I ain't even tell Murder about it because I said it don't make no sense right now for her to come on the show. Whenever she got a fight, let her come on the show before her fight so it can promote the fight. Because I guess she was in Vegas a few times. It's like, can we please get on the show? And I'm like, it don't really make sense for us to come on the show. But you skipped the line. You want to come up? Come up. Come up tomorrow. I said, what's up? So come on up. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with that. I'm in agreement with that.
Cam, that was the night before the fight, right? Like you did your standoff with him?
I did the standoff thing the day before the fight. No. It was about 5 weeks, 5 days before the fight. They aired it about 3 days before the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But the guy, when I was there working the show, when I was hosting, the guy from MVP Promotions, that's exactly what he said. This is the most watched women fight in the history of women boxing. You know, that's what he said. So I don't know. I mean, maybe she should go out to him too. I'm just saying.
And there were other platforms also that said that that we're following old media or something like that. And I wanted them to know we're not following old media. That's an isolated incident, and we're here to clarify it. And anyone that feels different, feel free to just come on live and share your gripes. We really would like to hear it because we really like it is what it is to be a non-biased platform. Sometimes we give strong views because that's really how sometimes we feel about things, and we wanted to create a platform where people can say how they really feel. And some people are going to get offended by certain things, and we understand that. We understand that's a part of the sport. But none of it is personal with me. I know that. And I don't think any of this is personal with Killer. I think he said what he was saying. And to her defense, if you would like to come up, Claressa, you're more than welcome. I'm letting you know that. Killer let you know that. Feel free to come up here because I would love to see you, you know, talk to Killer and put him in his place, you know? Put him in his place.
A lot of people tried. A lot of people tried. A lot of people died.
Yeah, I've been around Killer a long time. I never seen a lady put him in his place. So I welcome you up there. You know?
A lot of people tried. A lot of people died.
And I would just like to clarify one more time, none of this is scripted. Like, we're actually having
we just have a...
no, I'm just as confused as probably y'all are. So that's why I asked. We're up here to get the answers. Everybody can speak their truth. It would be a great discussion.
And we're not trying to have messy TV. We just want a place where, and sometimes this happened with me and Killer when we're speaking, that we want this to be a place where everybody can bring their views to the table. Nobody has to let one view dominate the conversation. I think that's what makes healthy conversation, when everybody is able to say how they feel. Like, there's a guy just walked past here. He got on a pink paws hat, a pink Dipset outfit. He wears it every day. But, you know, and we let him walk past. So we're open to everybody pause coming by, you know?
And another thing, and one thing I want to say before we move on, May's view is May's view, Stab view is Stab view. I don't necessarily agree with their view all the time either.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't have to agree with them because a lot of shit done got watered down on this show, my opinion. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. So come on up. Mace can be politically correct like he's talking, and I'm going to be me, like I'm me. So come on up. So let them be. We don't all have the same opinion.
Oh, Killer, I'm not saying I got a different opinion. Like, I don't want to hear the conversation. I'm for it. You know me, right? I'm for it. I believe that's how you bring the best balls out of people. Is let people figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm definitely not over here on a bias. I'm not biased. I'm never biased. I'm never neutral.
Right.
Okay.
And guys,
I'm just telling you.
That's what we do here. That's what we do. Now, and here's my last perspective on it too now. And you guys have gotten on me. We joked around about it. You know, when somebody breaks my record in an 88 or strep roller in my, I said, wait a minute. I'm looking forward for them to break my record because it builds on to the whole program. Now, I'm
Mike,
just saying,
and we're able to ask you that, though. We're able to ask you that. That's what makes this a different show. We're able to ask you that question. Other places, they wouldn't ask it. They'll feel like that's disrespectful. This time, Killers asked me things I didn't necessarily want to communicate about it, but he asked the question. So we keep that same energy for everybody. So, you know, just so Killer know that. We keeping that same energy with everybody. It don't matter who it is.
To get the perspective on it. You're right. Yeah. But what I'm saying is to get the perspective on it. That's why when you guys ask me, my job is to grow the sport best they can grow. I want all athletes because it helps their pocket, it helps their business, it helps their sport to grow it. And so if she got evidence that she had a bigger fight, that's fine. But if you didn't have a bigger fight, that's good. I mean, the sport is still growing. Look at the WNBA right now. Juju coming here next year, we want her to do the same thing Caitlin Clark did for the WNBA. If you really care about the sport and not just you, the individual, you should be happy when the sport is growing and everybody else is tuning in. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to let it go. You ain't got to cut me up. Cam handled it by himself. Stay on Cam. But I just want to drop that in there.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I did speak to my guys at MVP. After the holidays, Amanda Serrano will be coming on the show, and Jake Paul will be coming on the show after the holidays. So come on up.
Right. Well said. Okay, so now let's get into these Cowboys, Mike. They ended their 5-game losing streak by defeating the Commanders 34-26. As we saw the game, this was an insane fourth quarter. Mike, what did you think of the way the game went?
Let's go.
And don't be watered down. We're not watered down. We're going to prove that we're not watered down.
I can't water it down. I can't water it down after that. I got to come strong and right. You know what I mean? Hold them hands, put on me. You see what I'm saying? So let me just be real with it. But this is what I was saying. I'm watching this game, right, in the restaurant with everybody, and I'm thinking, we've been in here every week this year hoping for a win. It might be the first week we came in hoping for a loss, right? Because I'm kind of like, hey, let's go get Shador and Dion right now.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they wake up and want to win a game. I said, these niggas are killing me. These niggas killing me. I mean, literally killing me. I'm working on a bigger plan on Dion and Shador and all of that. And then they finally show up. I don't even know what to say to that. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. And then even the comments they made after saying they're ready to go on a playoff run.
Sound like you.
Mike, it sounds like they're taking your advice. What a bad advice.
That's what I heard. They're ready. Hey man, they're going on a playoff run. This is one of those games, man. When you watched it first of all, watching the Commanders, you can tell Jane Daniels finally get empathy again because he was able to do some things. But man, I don't know. And you see other players start making plays. Vontae Turpin, that was a great play. That was a great play. You saw the Jalen Tolbert make some plays. So I like that part about it. You're starting to see some of these young guys come in and make plays because those young guys will be around. But it's a win. I don't even know how happy I am about it. I've never in my life ever in any way condoned, talked about, ever tanking. And soon as I get and start to capitulate, like, okay, maybe we just lose and get through this painful season, and something rise up in them and they win a game. So I'm confused by it. I don't think it's going to lead to anything, but I know they'll be feeling much better over there. Coach McCarthy will be feeling much better, at least to get a win here. But I don't know if the win helped or hurt. I think it hurt more than it helped.
I think any win that the Cowboys get, they should be celebrating. I mean, granted, it is a 34-26 victory to a Commander team that's been very much wounded. Pause for the last 3 or 4 games. It seemed like they're sliding and pause in the wrong direction. These are those rookie woes we expected to happen with Jaden Daniels. I know I did, even though he's still playing fairly good. Is looking like he's getting introduced to the NFL now. You know, all of the rookie sensation pause is over, and now people are like, yo, welcome to the NFL. We're gonna pick those plays off. You see him finishing with the 2 interceptions, and the kicker can't be happy. I think this is this.
Yeah, man, but we got Ice Riveza. Yeah, Ice Riveza, man, he leaked up with all the 4s and 5s at Detroit, bringing peace to the, you know what I'm saying, stopping the violence in Detroit. So, yeah, man, Ice Riveza, he put together a podcast on the Other Side of Things podcast. Look it up. On the Other Side of Things podcast. Live from the 6 for Ice Riveza, the sit down. Look it up.
You rolling, guys? We rolling all of them. Man, check this shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? Live from the 6 podcast. Big Ice, man. You know what I'm saying? Vezo, drink, yeah, or whatever the fuck is all up. But guess what, bro? This shit right here is so motherfucking legendary. This shit ain't never been done with what's going on right now, right this minute. And I felt it was important for me to even be able to come and pull up and get this shit done, you know what I'm saying, for one, because I feel like the whole fucking world got to see this shit. It literally ain't never been done in real life. There's so many people and so many crews and groups that waited too long to where the shit didn't even matter no more when they got past shit and niggas, you know what I'm saying, moved on and realized, bro, everybody bosses, everybody men, everybody smart. We ain't no motherfucking fools. So I can honestly say this, and I say this shit with a lot of courage. It ain't never been done before. So that was one reason. The other reason was because, right, when you have hear about this type of shit going down and happening the way it happened, it was always somebody else on the outside that intervened and caused it to happen. In this situation, ain't nobody intervened, nobody from the outside, none of that, nothing, no outside entities play any type of part in what these boys doing, man, what they did and what they doing right now. These niggas doing this shit on their own. No interventions, none of that. Absolutely none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I think the shorties, all the kids all around America need to see this. You know, niggas real life street niggas, real life gangsters, you know what I'm saying? That's moving like this, bro. It don't happen. It happened in Italian culture. It happened in a lot of other cultures. But it ain't never happened in the black culture, from my knowledge, from what I know, where people with these type of caliber and this type of power, you know what I'm saying, come together for a bigger cause, for a bigger picture. And I just appreciate them niggas allowing me to even pull up and, you know what I'm saying, get a show going. You know what I mean? So we live from the 6. I got the 4s with me, and I got the 5s with me. I never thought I'd be able to say that. Never thought I'd be able to say no shit like that. Man, I gotta say that shit again, bro. Fuck that. I gotta say it again. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Man, check this out. I gotta say this shit one more time. I never thought in my lifetime, bro, wallahi, that I would be able to say me, Bezo, anybody for that matter. I'm with the 4s and the 5s right now. I'm with the 4s and the 5s, man. This shit ain't Come on, man. The same house, same environment. And it's nothing but respect. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's important. So yeah, the whole world got to see this shit. And any way I can lend and offer my platform, and niggas don't need my platform. I'm just saying, period. I want everybody that know about Icewear Vessel to see what the fuck going on, man. Again, this shit ain't never been done. And if it have been done, I ain't never heard about it. It either happened too late or when it didn't matter no more. And these niggas did this shit when it mattered the most. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on, man. Can we clap it up for each other, bro? Real gangster shit, bro. Real men. I think everything is about being a man and about real respect, man. We got somebody that just came home, though. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Brody?
I know what it is, man. It's free Mary, man. How's Mary free, man?
You know what I'm saying?
It's backwards now, man.
Well, baby, out that bitch. How you feeling right now, nigga?
It's real, man. It just feels for real, man.
Oh, man. We got App right here. Welcome home, App. Come on, cuz. Talk about it, cuz.
Man, you know, it's still truly good to be home, man, and the movement is real, man. We keep on getting these boys out one by one. Y'all keep watching it. It's real.
All right, look, though, but let me tell y'all something, right? Cuz got himself out that bitch.
Sure.
He got himself out that motherfucker and got other people out that bitch, bro. Come on, man. Got a few of his brothers out. This is a nigga that's from the trenches, bro. From the trenches. Going to college, none of that shit was never in our plans, bro. Holmes went to prison, bro, and got educated himself, got out of prison, got himself out, and now he fighting for other niggas and actively got other niggas out of jail. Off of how long of a bid?
Life bit.
Off a life bid. Tell them about it real quick, cuz let's run through.
You know, after 14 years, 2 months and 14 days, I sat in there, and every day, once you taste a little bit of living, you yearn to get back to that, especially when you snatched unjustly. So I spend my day striving to get back out to society where I could be a useful individual. Not only that, when I sat in there, I seen the damage that we done to the streets. You know, when you move and you don't see the influence that you have, but the wave became a tsunami, and now everybody throwing photos, you know, and it's time for us to get out and just leave it in the right direction. So that's what we pushing out. But, you know, War Tactics Paralegal, so we getting them boys on, man.
And them boys on, man. Hey, you saying everybody throwing photos, right? I always wanted this part right here, right? What y'all be feeling like, right? When y'all see a young nigga or an older nigga that ain't have nothing to do with nothing, dropping a 4 or dropping a 5, like what y'all be like? What that? You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, bro? To me, it ain't never made no sense. You know what I mean? Because I know a nigga ain't been a part of none of that pain or none of that. You know what I mean? And in a sense, I feel like niggas kind of try to make it a part of rap culture. But I don't respect it, bro. But it wasn't never my place to get any opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? So anybody answer this question, bro, what would y'all say to the guys who use that, you know, for and don't got nothing to do with any one of y'all, don't never met, never been through nothing and all that, but use that for some type of Instagram type of click or Facebook clickbait type shit on that shit for the likes and the views, bro, when niggas done dealt with real pain with this shit, bro. Anybody please answer that for me, brother.
All right, shit. I probably did the least time out of all my brothers that sit at the table with me. Will did 10, Mary did 14, Ante did 11, Apple did 15, Cheddar did 7. So when they left, it wasn't none of that shit going on, man. It was just us, solid to the core. We was all we had, and that was cool with us. We never envisioned this shit to be no other niggas or no add-ons or no new people, because we was us, HGH. Hustle got a hard. So when I be seeing this shit now, I be like, shit, nigga, our kids down at this age now. We gotta jump in front of this shit while we can, you know. That's my opinion on it. Yeah, you know.
And to touch on what he's saying too, far as like how I be feeling when motherfuckers doing things behind our culture that don't got nothing to do with it used to bother me, but now I feel like they really don't know no better. You know, motherfuckers, I understand, like, it turned into a wave.
Yeah.
You know, just like we look at drill music, how we seen drill music, it didn't just affect Chicago, it affected the nation. So I learned not to take it as personal as I used to, because I understand a lot of people just pick sides or got family members or somebody they know that's either a 4 and a 5, and that's just what it is.
You know what? And to piggyback off what Ante said, it's kind of like a two-way answer, because it's a way you can look at it from a youth perspective as they kids, they just don't understand what come with it. You feel me? And then you can look at it from a grown man perspective and just look at it from a lens of it's just pure stupidity. You feel me? For you to be a grown ass man and for you to want to latch on to something that you know has blood on it. You feel me? You may not understand what all comes with it because you haven't experienced the inside of it. You feel me? You only get what we show you. You know what I'm saying? So from a grown man perspective, looking at another grown man is pure stupidity for you to even throw yourself in the loop or something like that, to where you could possibly lose your life, or you can cause somebody else to lose their life. You feel me? But from a straight youth, looking at the youth lens of it, some of these kids just don't have a clear understanding of what come with this shit. You feel me? So it's, for a kid, it's obvious that a kid want to be the cool thing. So if we portray to be cool, a kid gonna think it's cool, and the kid gonna, you feel me, potentially follow your leader, your footsteps with it. So
yeah. And on the positive side though, bro, like y'all niggas like really like the new wave, like y'all embedded in history as far as like hip hop pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Both crews just got that big, you know what I'm saying? So and then I get what you're saying, like, you know, it's more so a wave, and some dudes might look at it like, you know, that they not putting that type of power into it. They just got, you know, they feel like they getting off in a sense, you know what I'm saying? It might not be something that's deep into it. But like another thing, right, I wanted to get into what made niggas do everything y'all doing right now? Like, not what made niggas do it, but you know, what you think? What was it to make niggas just see outside that box, bro, and be way smarter than so many other niggas in so many other states and so many other cultures and all of that shit, bro, just to really put down a real play and a boss move like that, bro. When I tell y'all this shit is next level, bro, I mean it is next level. I already respect the niggas before that, because I know a lot of y'all personally, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas has always been real men and always been smart niggas at the end of the day, you know, but what you think? What you think it transpired for it to be like? And when I say that, I'm not asking like any action. I'm saying more so mentally. Like, what thoughts came to where it's like, bro, let's do this like that?
Let me elaborate on that real quick, man. I got to.
Well, nigga home, man. You gotta speak, man.
I gotta elaborate on that because this for the world, man. Good question. You know, right? Good question.
Jimmy John's wants to make that sandwich a little less lonely by adding free chips and a free drink after 2 p.m.
For a world of lovable scents, get Native Hair Care.
It's On the Other Side of Things podcast. Ice Riveza live from the 6. We sat down with the Bloods and the Crips and the 4s, 5s, whatever, from Detroit, whatever. I guess they got real history. They never would have, I guess, sat down with each other or whatever. I don't know.
And we did this shit since youngins. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even understand the impact that we was gonna have on the city, the country. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, do you really want your kids to go through this? Your nieces, your nephews, your little sisters, your little brothers, you feel me? At the end of the day, man, ain't nobody win behind this shit. We all lost. It ain't about who up on the scoreboard, because we all lost. We lost niggas that we ain't gonna never get back. We ain't gonna never see these niggas again. So ain't nobody win behind this shit, man. So, you know, all these years I sat back, man, in my cell, and I was just like, damn. I lost. You feel me? I lost niggas that I ain't gonna never see again, man. So I can't be no nigga 35 running around talking I got some ops. Or I'm beefing with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? We ain't young niggas no more, bro. We gotta put that shit behind us. You know what I'm saying? It's bloodshed on this shit. I don't expect niggas to ever be like, we bros. But at the end of the day, we gotta coexist, bro. We gotta change the narrative of this shit. We gotta turn the motherfucking negative to a positive, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about the youth. It ain't about us. We already done went through this shit. Then went through the struggle. You feel me? Lost our life behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are blessed to come up out of our situations, bro. But at the same time, bro, it's on us to change the narrative of this shit, man. And do what we need to do for the youth, bro. It ain't about us, bro. This shit about the youth.
Hey, but you know, the main thing is though, everybody dream to get something that they thought in their mind to have the whole world screaming, you know? So you gotta look at the flip side of it. You know, it's a brilliant thing that what we sparked, the whole world is saying.
That's why I said y'all niggas are part of pop culture, bro. Like overall,
sure.
Like y'all both crews, bro, both names. That shit is gonna last forever, bro, and not in no negative way, bro. In a positive way. Them names is here to stay, bro. In real life, bro. Y'all niggas is really like the biggest shit ever out of Detroit, Michigan, flat out. And I stand on that, and I genuinely say that, bro. Like again, I already had relationships with a lot of y'all niggas there, bro. So y'all know I ain't about to just say something that I don't mean, gang. Like in real life, bro. Them names is here to stay, bro. Like this shit is heavy, gang. Like y'all niggas really like the biggest shit. Facts, bro. Facts, nigga. Facts, bro.
Back to your question, you know how, like, if you know say for instance, if you know every Thursday, right, that they kill niggas on a certain corner, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, if you gonna want to take a different route, you feel me? You ain't gonna want to find yourself on that corner on that Thursday when you know niggas ain't gonna leave up off that corner. You feel me? So eventually you get tired of the same repeat, because the outcome will always be the same. A nigga dead. You feel me? That's the only way this shit can go.
Right.
So it goes back to what bro said when you look at the kids, because I was one in the stuff like always pay attention to the youngest that was around us and be like, bro, you see what little bro doing? He doing what he saw it. You feel me? So he saw us doing. And I know what that shit'll lead to. You feel me? And the outcomes and the possibilities of what it was, and there's always two outcomes with the street shit: death or jail. You promise one of them. Like it ain't no curveball unless you remove yourself from the situation.
Ain't no gray areas.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you promise one of them, death or jail. It's just which one really come first. So it's like when you know the walk of life you living in only subject you to them two outcomes, nigga, you like, oh, hell no. You feel me? We gotta figure something different out because the possibilities ain't endless. It's only one or two in that walk of life. But if you shift right, you look like, damn, we even get some shit a chance over here. This shit really endless possibilities because you can become this, you can become that, you can do this, you can do that. So it's like you get to weigh your options as a grown ass man. Especially when you got kids, because it's no longer about you, it's about the youngest. So you got to begin and make decisions not only for yourself, but for the people around you. And then even if you find your man's ain't with some shit that you know is right, you got to be able to convince him just for the sake of his kids that this the right thing to do. This is what we should be on, because like I said, it ain't about us no more. We done did what we did. We are who we are, whether we like it or not.
Niggas ain't got nothing to prove.
You feel me? Whether we like it or not, we are who we are. Through whatever situations or however outcomes or whatever brought us to where we are now, we are who we are, man. It's about building them up to let them have a fair shot at this shit and to be able to choose and pick what they want to be and not what a nigga that's young, older than them as fuck that done told them that they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's what sparked it for me. You feel me? I just know it's the right thing to do.
So for me, it was like I remember me and my big bro Smoke, we was riding, And he like, man, I'm thinking about squashing the beef with
Shout
the
out
foes.
Smoke too, man. My
Yeah,
dog.
shout out Smoke.
Yeah.
Shout out to my baby
Shout out my nigga Corn, man. Level 5 Productions, man. You feel me?
Everybody that helped us with this movement, man.
For real.
So like for me, we was riding and he was like, man, I'm thinking about squashing beef with the foes. I'm like, how? What? What you talking about? I'm like, why? He like, man, if we could coexist with white people, we could coexist with them niggas.
Damn, bro.
So when he said that shit,
what, bro?
I'm gonna say it again. We riding. He like, bro, I'm thinking about squashing beef with the foes. I'm like, wow, like what you talking about, bro? He like, man, if we could coexist with white people, we could coexist with them, bro. So with that alone, it took cause you feel me? I'm a young nigga, you know what I'm saying? So like, I never heard about no squashing no beef, especially when it went that far. You know what I'm saying? So like when the big bro said that, it gave me a whole different perspective and just opened my mind up. And he really went along with it. So like, I saw for a summer when it wasn't no killing, no homies going to jail. We could party. It's peaceful, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We outside, black parties, you know what I'm saying? It's peaceful. We ain't got to worry about nigga coming down this bitch, you feel me? And then I saw when it was a summer, when it was killing, when it was homies going to jail, when homies was getting caught with pistols, you feel me? And just how, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no peace, you know?
Yeah.
So in my mind, like, I've been to all my homies' funerals, you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, like I don't want that for none of my homies' mothers, you know what I'm saying? Send them in caskets, you know what I'm saying? Or send them go to prison. So like, I'd rather push peace, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the direction I'd rather see, you know what I'm saying, it go. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm standing on.
What you about to say, bro?
I agree with him, but just to go back to what you were saying, man, more so than anything, how I got here is because I went to prison, man. I went to prison at 22 years old. Came home when I was 32. My experience in prison, it was a deep ride, and you know, I was in there. I was mad at the dude that put me in there, but I started praying and talking to God, and it's like God told me. You know, it might sound crazy, but it's like God told me, don't keep blaming him. I put you here. You feel me? I put you here for a reason. So I look back, the reason is me and my guys, so I went to prison, how we went to prison. But the move is our influence. You feel me? Now we know better. Yeah. Most of us found ourselves in prison, man. You feel me? You came through there for a short period of time, you found yourself there. You feel me?
Facts, I did.
So once a nigga found themselves there, we at the end of the day, man, we became conscious. We weren't lost no more. And mainly, like everybody at this table said, either we had kids or niggas understood they wanted to go home and have kids and be a family. So with that being said, it's like, damn, I ain't 16 to 20 no more. I can't be thinking about why I fell out with the fives.
Right.
Over something, a lot of blood was shed. We all understand we is gangsters on both sides. Yeah. Niggas can keep killing. Like one thing, like my twin just said, I can kill 100 niggas about Neff, Drew, and a couple of homies, but that don't bring them back. You feel me? It don't bring them back. So what I had to start being conscious of, fuck that. Let's just squash this shit so I don't have to lose no more Drews and Neffs. The shit that's still going to eternally fuck with me. No matter what I go do behind them damn dead. I'd rather better hug my niggas. We only get one life. You only get that one type of brother. No matter what. So that's why I had to start being conscious. That what made me come out here and want to change the narrative. I wanted to be a father. I feel bad. I left my son out here for 10 years to grow up in a house with another nigga. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I feel like that ain't something my father ever did to me.
You said it again, bro. A lot of niggas don't be understanding that, bro.
I went to prison, left my son out here 10 years. So he forced to grow up in a house with another nigga, another man, trying to step up and play daddy or however.
Yeah.
And then me as a father, I can't make an excuse and be telling my son I went to prison because I was getting money to feed you. No, I had a choice. Nigga, my daddy didn't leave me and my twin brothers.
To you, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest? I will come in on the cheesiest, guys.
Cheese It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
This Giving Tuesday, make a life-saving impact. Donate to Doctors Without Borders today.
You feel me? I seen my daddy start working at Myers, taking me and my twin brother to college classes with him when people ain't want to watch it. So that shit bothered me. Like, dang, I did my son like that. My father never did that to us. So that what made me, like, yeah, people look at our background and be like, damn, them niggas gangster, they fucked up. But believe it or not, all of us up here came from a good household. Yeah. Just like, you feel me? We all knew each other very since we was kids. You knew us, and you come from a good household. Yeah, did we come from some struggles? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but we ain't grow up. We had good parents, crackhead parents. All our parents went to work. Yeah. So it's why the structure was easy for us to pull this off once we became conscious. You know, so that's just what it is, to touch on what you asked from me, bro.
So for me, man, it's like, I've been out here every day of this shit. You know that. You've been out here every day of this shit. We, you know Neff personally. That's my little brother. You know how Neff is personally with your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I never thought that shit happened. Like, no squash, no beef or nothing. My little brother died. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a big shout out to my nigga Ray. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Man, we gotta clap it up for Ray though. Ray do no shout out.
So, nigga, one time one of us got shot. We pull up to the hospital and shit. Nigga, we pull up, nigga. Boom, I come in with one of my brothers. This nigga Ray run up on us like, I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So you know at this point, I'm like, this nigga fed. What the fuck is you? Why you carry a top bag? What the fuck we got going on? You know what I'm saying? Who's you? I ain't never had nobody care about what we got going on. That ain't us. You know what I'm saying? The hood don't give a fuck. Police don't care. They just want to do what they gotta do. Ain't never had a nigga just really genuinely be like, listen, dog.
Genuinely give a fuck.
Genuinely. Hey, look, dog, look around you, my nigga. Come look. This was going on. Look who in this building. Nigga, I'm talking about the DEA, FBI, ATF, DPD, even the DPS in that bitch. Public schools in this building. Yeah, every police in there. DPS. I'm lying right? He like, listen, nigga, I'm just, you don't know me, but I know you. You know, I'm just telling you what's going on, man. I know y'all. And y'all niggas don't tighten this shit up, bro. This what's going on. I'm telling you right now. You feel me? So me and Ray get together. We try to attempt it. I come to my brothers. Will the voice of this shit right now.
Yeah.
I come to Will. Like, hey, y'all, this was going on. They weren't with that shit, man.
Yeah.
They weren't with that shit at the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because Will was first out of jail. Neff was dead. He just got out. You know what I'm saying? Niggas weren't with it, bro. Yeah. So it's like I stuck my nose out there. Niggas won with that shit. Nigga down there fell out with the homies over that shit. You feel me? Like, literally, like, nigga, what you on?
That's just how you know everything be about timing, though.
Everything is about timing. For sure, because at that time, it wasn't even, I shouldn't have did it at that time.
Right.
But I had to, I seen all them motherfucking DAs, FBI's, nigga, they didn't, you hear me? They in jail. They already got they already got they bid, you hear me? They already sentenced.
Them niggas senses already, man. They waiting to come home. I'm waiting on Wheel. I'm waiting on App. I'm waiting on Cheddar. I'm waiting. Every nigga up here I'm waiting on. It wasn't one of these niggas out every time. Every single nigga up here, I swear to God, I seen you outside, G. Outside. Every nigga up here, I'm waiting on personally. My cousin Jello, we together every day, dog. We had to go through this shit. You feel me? So when I used to say this shit, I used to didn't give a fuck what certain niggas had to say. Right. Because you niggas ain't go through what I personally went through. And then I feel like, nigga, if I can't tell you niggas what I went through personally, you niggas can respect what niggas went through, what I seen and what I had to go through, nigga. Niggas coming, this shit was real. You know, man. I know, nigga. You know personally that's what's going on. Like, literally, bro, you know. I know, bitch. Hey, man, you know, man. You know now. So that was my baby. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my little brother. You feel that's every nigga up here, little brother. It ain't one nigga up here who that ain't our little brother. That's our little brother. Fuck mine. Yeah. He the little brother. He the nephew. We call him Neff. He our nephew. I don't even know where that name came from. Nephew. That's the youngest. That's our nephew. I didn't know me and my baby almost dead together, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my nigga Tez. Me and Tez tried to put this shit together with Ray. It ain't work. You feel me, man? So I had to fall back and go back with mine. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure this shit out later on. If it will, when it happen, it happen. When it happen, it happen. If it don't, it don't. We'll figure it out. You feel me? Ray never let up. This nigga DM me, bro, for 5 years straight. Ray Wine DM me for I might reply, I might not. You hear me? I might not, man. You hear me? Like, hey, I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you. I ain't trying to waste your time. I fuck with you. I fuck with you, but I fuck with mine. I gotta fuck with mine. I ain't got no choice. So I want to just shout out my nigga Ray, though, and I want to let you niggas know what niggas go through with this shit was real. This shit was really real, bro. Like, I had to sit up here and talk to these niggas every day about pain. All these niggas call me every day. What just happened? You hear me, nigga? I got subpoenaed off me and my brother Will phone conversation. You want to know what happened so bad? I'm just floating on this bitch, Ice. Yeah. So you niggas need to know, man. Watch everything y'all doing. This shit is serious. Especially the young niggas, bro. This shit ain't no game. We been through this shit. We not playing. We not faking. We not acting. We not trying to subtracting. We adding to this shit. You feel we building. So that's where I stand with this shit. And shout out my nigga Ray, man, for trying his hardest, dog. For trying his hardest and never stopping. It's important that all the young niggas, we really need all the young niggas to watch this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas be seeing shit. Niggas see shit third party, bro. Niggas see shit through Instagram and through just all that type of shit, bro. But it's a different thing when you actually experiencing that shit. When it's you going through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga can sit back and commentate on situations and get their opinions, but your opinion ain't really strong enough if you ain't a part of whatever the situation is. If you ain't a part of it, then you will never know how the fuck to go about it, how to think about it. And you understand what I'm saying, bro? Like niggas' opinion just don't, it hit different when you really live that shit, bro. And I want to also tell all the young niggas, bro, y'all seeing niggas who push their pride aside. And I learned in prison, pride come before the fall. Every time I had too much pride, I fell right after that. That shit was like clockwork. Every single time I put my pride first, I fell, and I fell hard. I fell really hard. So it's important. I want all the young niggas to take heed to this shit. Take heed to it. Y'all looking at real street niggas, real gangsters, niggas that been through real shit. And niggas is telling niggas, bro, ain't no end game to this. It's not gonna go the way you want it to go. Ain't no winners coming from this shit. Don't nobody win. Nigga don't go through this type of shit and hit the jackpot right after that. That ain't the way God set up, bro. God moved differently. God move off actions as well. God move off what's inside a nigga heart. Everybody is redeemable as long as you redeem yourself with your actions. Everybody redeemable. Niggas change. Niggas change for the right reason. And that don't mean that motherfucker still ain't a man. That don't mean that motherfuckers still won't protect themselves or protect what they love. Niggas' interests just changed. Niggas care about different things. Shit that's way more important and way bigger than themselves. That's what a real man is. A real man is a person that's not selfish and can put a bigger picture before himself. And a real boss and a leader is the one with the most understanding. And everybody up here is bosses because niggas got real understanding. That's what a real gangster is. Anybody can grab a gun. Anybody can do that. But it take a different kind of person to be able to see to be able to see different outcomes from shit and choose the right one and push their pride aside, bro. Pride coming for the fall, bro. Let me get Ray up here though, bro.
No, shout out to y'all, man. Like for real, man. The way you just can't put this motherfucker together, set it up. Oh my God.
Oh, I did this.
You know, I respect your genius, man. Right? Hey, for real, we gotta give a shout out to fans. Hey. He read that for us since day one, man.
Nigga, other way. Get what? Damn. I'm talking to Rand.
No, no, it's real love.
Oh, yeah, nigga. All right.
Hey, what you say? We say give it everything. Give it all to him, man. Van deserve it all. Hey, Van, you most definitely got it though, right? I'm gonna tell you something. Now listen. All right, so here's
from the top though, Ray. From the top, take it from the top. Even with your start with Ray Watts. Let us know who Ray is first.
I mean, you do this right on some real shit. I mean, just growing up in the city. You know what I mean? I'm from the East Side, right? Most definitely. We born in the Jeffrey Projects, but moving to the East Side. Moving to the East Side, it was a culture. East Side really meant something. You know what I'm saying? I tell guys all the time. I was blessed to have my grandparents in my life that's who schooled me to the streets. My uncles, and then so by the time I got off the porch and got into the streets, I already had knowledge of it, right? Guys like the Eastwoods, the Wipeouts, the Big L's, the Gucci's, the Polos, they schooled me. They didn't raise me. And so being schooled, you had a certain way and a certain pride that you did things, right? So for me, coming home, working at the grocery store, being redeemed, getting off into the church, right? I'm like, man, I'm over the youth department, you know what I'm saying? Your moms and I'm proud of me. I seen you at the this when you first started the rap thing, Vince. You had just was like, bro, man, I just got shot.
You know, I knew you when I was a kid. You was wild as shit, bro. I'm like, how the fuck he done turned to a whole nother human being, man. I knew right when I was a kid, bro. For real though, he ain't know shit. Oh, right, bro. Real life, no doubt, bro. I'm telling you,
though. But looking at this, man, anything possible though, right? Like for real though. So when you schooling, I'm like, for me, it was one of the questions of how is niggas not getting involved in this shit, bro? Young niggas is killing each other. Man, I'm damn near 50. To me, y'all the young niggas. You know, my young brother, my little brother, y'all age group, that's my baby brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how is niggas sitting back watching this shit go on without saying nothing? So I'm asking niggas like, nigga, why is y'all niggas not? Man, them niggas will kill you. Man, them niggas, they listen. I'm like, the niggas like, man, hey. But I seen that these niggas was serious and they was bent on it. And I'm like, so you done told me if I get involved in this, it's only gonna be one or two things that's gonna happen. Either I'm gonna fuck around and take a life or I'm gonna lose man.
Hold on, wait, say that again, though, right?
I said, there's only two things they get. Niggas told me, nigga, if you get involved in that shit, either you're gonna have to kill them young niggas, they gonna kill you, nigga. Right? So I'm like, it was easy. When I knew the consequences of it, right? It was like, man, and so after actually building a relationship with guys, everything come with politics. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about politics, bro. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I know what my redemption looked like, right? I know how I was schooled and how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? And what I stand on. And so the first thing that I did was started working my politics. Politics through the church, politics with the police, politics with the streets, understanding what everybody's self-interest is. Because we needed one thing on the east side. We just needed peace and for kids to be able to be alive, man. You see what I'm saying? And so for everything, it's like, okay, how do you build this political strategy? Feds, man, you had countless, right, conversations. I'll never forget one of my politics was, bro, I'm telling the police, nigga, I help y'all put an end to this shit, but can't no nigga go to jail.
They took you to jail, nigga. I cried. You talking about, Ray, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You did everything you can. I'm like, nigga, how? They was mad at you, right? But that showed me the politics that we was getting involved in. And I'm like, bro, I can never give up on this shit. And then fast forward. G, like he said, he like, man, I'll never forget. Me and him on the conversation, he said, Ray, anybody who don't listen to you is disrespectful. I respect you, man. You know, he said, me and my niggas just ain't with it. But P, right, he lined me up real good. Hey, he lined me up real good, man. Listen, he let me down easy, like, nigga. Hey, he said, man, niggas don't listen to you, right? They being disrespectful. But we not with it right now, Ray. I'm like, man, but P and Niche, P and Niche, though, you know, shout out to them, man. They was only 14 years old. And so we just knew that if we was able to keep them together, man, and with them believing in the mission and the assignment, that we can get it done. And I'm gonna tell you the step-by-step breakdown. I'll never forget it, man. It was beautiful. Ante come home. I don't know Ante, but I'm hearing about Ante. I sit back. We wait about a year. I said, okay, Ante ain't out here doing what everybody said Ante's gonna be doing. I made a phone call like, hey man, I need to meet with Ante. Right? I'm just waiting on Ante now. I'm like, man, but when I see how Ante moving, I put in a call. Hey man, I need to meet with the guy Ante, man. Guy set it up. Ante immediately, because I'm schooled, man. You know what I'm saying? And so it kind of talked about what you talked about, there's love. I know man is coming from love. You know what I'm saying? I invite him to my home with my wife and children at, man. Come to my home because I don't have no ill intent and I ain't on no bullshit, bro. Rule number one. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about to invite you to where they lay their head and where they family at.
Bro just said that's how he knew a nigga was on some authentic shit. Because we invited him to his crib.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And he immediately came. And we having conversations. And I take show up for the conversations. And I tell you, put everybody on accountability. I'm like, ooh, I like this nigga, right? I'm like, this nigga ain't, he have no respected person, right? Then he brought Will and DP in. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I get the call from G. This is how we know it's real. G, hold on, nigga. I've been knowing Ray the longest than everybody. He's my nigga. What? Hey, he's like, man, y'all done betrayed me, man. Nigga, y'all wouldn't be dealing with Ray if it wasn't for me, nigga. Hey,
but shit, you gotta think G feeling like that, cause shit, G pushed that line when niggas weren't ready. G went with it. Shit, niggas ain't ready.
Exactly.
So if niggas ready, and it's like, all right, I've been brought it to the table, but shit, if niggas ready. G really respected his homie's time, bro. And
you know what? And I shout out P and Smoke, man, again, because they showed up and they stayed consistent with the guy, man, for over 5 years, right? But fast forward, right? And so but when we look at it and really pull back the lens on Onion Viz, it was a situation that we all resonated with. An 11-year-old baby get murdered on the east side, bro. And here's what I seen. Right? Because again, everybody got their perspective.
Yeah.
When that 11-year-old got murdered and Will made the crime scene, and then we talked about it, but when we went into the schools and they seen how many children knew about 4s and 5s, and them babies raised their hand and said the 4s and 5s was the Bloods and the Crips.
Damn.
They're like, hold on, man, these kids in the 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
For the record, wait, before we continue, them boys ain't had nothing to do with no babies. Damn.
No. Let's be very clear. 11-year-old was murdered on the east side, and that's where Cam and everybody come together because we knew on the east side that culture wasn't acceptable. And then App get out, and I never forget. I used to always say, Ray, I need App on Mary. They gonna bring me my balance. And I'm like, and he like, man, I can't wait till you meet him. Fast forward, both of them got life sentences, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Man, I done heard about a whole bunch of people going through appeal process, but I ain't never seen they get back on appeal. So I'm like, man, all right, my baby, I said, me ain't lying to me. I'm just going with the flow though, like, all right, nigga. They like, yeah, nigga, we bring it out to you, Ray. He just got out, and I'm like, huh? He come walking through the bowling alley and shit. I'm like, hold on, so this nigga just get out and on the first thing y'all wanted to. All right, cool. Next thing you know, they call me like, Ray coming home tomorrow. I'm like, Man, what the fuck? I said, if I ain't never believed in the appeal process, my nigga, I believe in it now. You know, that's so right for me. It's just that thing, though, man. And then in my closing, though.
Fisher-Price Wood is here with quality wood toys that help develop skills like problem solving and building imaginations. Our toys foster open-ended creative play from baby to big kid. Wood toys from a name you trust, only from Fisher-Price.
Holiday bonding. And holiday.
Man, that sandwich looks lonely, and that's sad. So let Jimmy John's fix that.
It was a line of communication that was missing, man. In gangsterism, in the politics of gangsterism, you always have a line of communication no matter what the situation is. Just as fast as the war started, war can end. You know what I mean? And so again, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for allowing me in y'all world, man. But y'all got this, man. Y'all got it, man. And I'm proud of all y'all guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I know we got cheese in the house, so I know for a fact.
Cheddar in the house.
We most definitely going somewhere. We're making progress because with that civilized, hey, what that say to me, what I don't say in his ass, it's like, nigga, Ray, hey, nigga, you ain't forget, you ain't leaving me out of this either. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him been around, so I'm like, okay, we making progress, man. So yeah, man, shout out to the east side, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the east side.
Hey, because you got the whole world watching. You know, a lot of us right here all been in jail. And when you been in jail, what did it for me is, and what the world gonna feel, is that when you get locked up, you're on the same yard with the same guys you beefing with. And a lot of them don't want no smoke at all. You know what I mean? And they get there and they coexist. This ain't just, you know.
Nigga, everybody in that bitch trying to get home.
Yeah, nobody want no.
Niggas always trying to get, everybody trying to get home.
Everybody trying to get home. You feel what I mean? So you got everybody in there trying to get back home. And y'all, I'm getting there right now. Hold on. Because this is what the people are gonna feel. So y'all can be out here worn on the streets. And it's from Saginaw, Grand Rapids, Muskegon. I done seen it all. Then you go Fed and it's all over. You know? And y'all be on the same yard with only 40 deputies watching 1,000 inmates. You know? And y'all can coexist. Y'all can get past it. You know what I mean? Not only that, all these guys, 9 times out of 10 a lot, the gang guys they was thugging with, put them in there. Or the guys that they was busting at, when they pushed it too far, told. You know, they killed them on the stand. So it's a lose-lose situation all the way around because they can't kill you on the street, they'll kill you on the stand and get away with you. Broad daylight. Broad daylight. When I seen that, cuz, you hear me? For real, when they can't kill you on the streets, you turn around and really push it to them, because a lot of them be playing out on the streets. You hear me? A lot of them be playing. So when you push it to them and they feel it, they run to the police. You know, then you got some guys you seen, you hear me?
You say it's really a lose-lose situation.
It's a lose-lose situation. That there did it for me, because it's bigger. You know, we the biggest. You know, 4s and 5s is the biggest on the thing that's coming around this motherfucker. But at the end of the day, that did it, man. And that's why, you know, we glad to have these platforms. You know what I mean? And for everybody to be joining on the wave, now we got to get moving in the right direction. You know what I mean? I accept them who come say they foes. You come on up under this, but you got to move right. And represent something different. We went into the school, right? We go on the side of the schools. We ask them all the time, man, what y'all know about the 4s and the 5s? We listen. You hear me? We bait them in. They be like, the 4s, they Crips. Huh? The farthest thing is for the truth. The agenda has always been the money. You know what I mean? Getting the money, having some fun, and maybe fucking over some niggas here and there, you know? But the agenda has always been money. Funny. Throwing parties. You know, cuz we was slapping shit out, cuz.
That shit up. Hey, but we
Detroit versus everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit versus everybody.
Man, shout out to all
and Detroit as a whole too, East, West, every crew, every side, we all one. I'm telling that again.
We moving. Shout out to all our Detroit artists, man. East, West, just around the cities. Like, man, we trying to move as one. And when I say Detroit versus everybody, you know that's in a positive way. You feel me? Where shit, I want us to be trendsetters. I want motherfuckers to look at us from all parts around the country and like, damn, y'all see what them Detroit motherfuckers are? They moving together. Them niggas ain't around this bitch. One thing I want to put out here while we on this shit, right, man? Detroit culture was never gang banging, man. No disrespect to
Detroit wasn't no gang banging.
No disrespect to the gang banging shit. That wasn't never our culture, y'all. When you speak of Detroit, man, we breed like killers and kingpins. But understand, man, we as niggas that come in minks, gators, and suits. You feel me? Like we hustlers, man. We get money. You feel me? Like, so that's what we trying to bring back to our culture, man. We trying to break that drill shit, man. We trying to break that killing each other, man. We trying to get away from that. These generational curses, we got to break this shit, man. Because every man at this table know better. Yeah. And there's a lot of the motherfuckers who ain't at this table that know better. So one thing about this shit, when you know better, man, and you know sometimes, man, bold decisions got to be made to be righteous. Sometimes it got to be a motherfucker to make a bold decision that's going to turn out great in the end. You know, all us, man, at this table is niggas who ain't scared to step up and fuck it. Y'all can look down, but we understand where the unity, the love, the brotherhood we trying to bring back, the sisterhood. We don't, niggas don't, why the fuck is we gonna keep killing each other and going to jail?
And niggas really lead by example, bro, and like real nigga shit. Nigga, like I don't know who got smoked with who out there, and I'm talking to the world right now. I don't know who don't fuck with who beef with who. But let me tell you something, bro. If you see these, if y'all see these two crews, put that shit aside and think bigger than that, then anybody can do it. Because one thing I know is how strong that shit was, how deep that smoke was. And if these niggas can do it, anybody can do it, bro. Y'all watch two crews who really was like that, put that shit to the side for a way bigger cause and a way bigger picture. And niggas is preaching and teaching and showing by example, unity, real unity. Detroit as a whole, everybody, that include, ain't nobody left out of that equation. That means all of us, the whole entire Detroit. So to anybody out there, just try it. Niggas ain't knocking, niggas ain't trying to get in niggas' business and all of that shit, bro. Just try it. Just attempt to try it. Because I guarantee you the reward is gonna work and the reward gonna be lovely. The reward gonna be beautiful.
Why my nigga Vans in though? Put that shit to the side with the West Side niggas, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dope Boys, Team Side, Green Gas, you know what I'm saying? We grew up with these niggas, bro.
Hey, Mary, you wanna know know something? That go back on something that you said earlier, bro. You said niggas ain't going it with expectations of just being each other brothers and shit. But it was just about a mutual understanding, a mutual respect, bro. Respect, that shit go a long way.
We all men.
It's all men,
all
bro.
niggas looking for is their respect as a man. Ain't nobody won. I don't give a fuck who up on the scoreboard. Ain't nobody won because we lost some niggas that we ain't gonna never see.
Facts. You ain't supposed to
man. You don't see no blocks. You don't see no big babies.
Facts.
You don't see no whites. We don't see none of these niggas ever again, bro. Cause we all lost. This is what we trying to get niggas to understand, bro.
Man,
we can't never get these niggas back, bro. So at the end of the day, dog, all we can do is just put this shit to the side, bro. Coexist. You know what I'm saying?
And control your narrative, bro. Control your story, man.
Don't let nobody else tell your story. You feel me? You tell your own motherfucking story, man. You don't let nobody write shit down for you. Write your own story.
You gotta fall in line. They come with moving and moving.
Hey, look.
We move as
I've been
one.
going through this shit my whole life, man. I've been knowing most of these niggas my whole life, man. Listen. I've been through everything, lost everything, risked everything, whatever a nigga can say. They seen it all, bro. I've been knowing, man. Listen, man. This shit ain't worth it, bro. Straight up, bro. Hustle good or that's my family. Like, fuck gang shit. Like, this is my family. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, man. This shit ain't worth it, bro. Get y'all some paper, man. See what life is, man. Like, I'm seeing this shit. So I'm telling y'all, like, real shit, bro. Like, man, I done lost so much shit. Like, bro, I got so many niggas gone off of this shit, bro. And niggas don't even know what's going on behind it. You feel me? Like, niggas don't even see how we could, like, you feel me? Like, man, this shit different.
The cameras ain't around.
Yeah, this shit, it feel good, though, bro, to be like this, though, bro. Like, I got respect all around. I ain't going for nothing. I'm not playing like it's me.
Yeah.
Everywhere, bro. So, man, I be trying to tell niggas, man, they don't understand, but they will. They got to see this shit. Like, we don't expose this shit as much, but y'all got to see this shit one day and understand, like, man, we lost too much. Like, I feel like, Mary, man, ain't nobody won, man. We all lost.
That's right.
Nigga, you ain't lost somebody you love, how you win? Like, how the fuck you win? Like, man, so look, man, look, man.
We all lost.
However long it take you, man, come on, man, get with this shit, bro. Like, y'all niggas take it too long. I lost too many niggas I love. I seen my niggas lose too many niggas they love. You feel me? So it hit different. I feel how they feel, regardless of whatever happened. You feel me? I still got niggas locked up, all type of shit, bro. This shit ain't worth it, bro. My niggas doing too much time for shit they ain't did, all type of shit, bro. So it ain't worth it, bro, at all. Like, man, I love my niggas. I don't know about other niggas, bro. I care. Like, nigga, man. Shit, man. So.
Hey, you know what, too? When you don't control your narrative, anything can be put on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that you control your own narrative. That shit is extremely important. Because when you're not in control of that narrative, it's not, listen, let me tell you something. It ain't always about what it really is. A lot of times it's about the way people can make shit seem or the way shit can look. And that only works if your narrative ain't being controlled. If you don't got control over your narrative, you ain't got control over what you represent and what you and your brothers and family represent as a whole, then anything can be put on that shit. Anything. And again, sometimes in some courtrooms, it's not about what really happened. It's about how them people can make it look, how they can make it look like what happened. You know what I'm saying? Who can tell the best story? Yeah. Who can tell that best story? Hey, did y'all ever think, bro, that niggas would be sitting down with the mayor and be friends with the mayor and shit like that? How that shit feel, though, bro? How that shit feel, though, bro? Like, I'm gonna touch on that.
Guess Uomo Intenso, the new fragrance for man. Take control of your family's health with Sambucol Immunity Gummies. Scientifically studied, Sambucol is the #1 black elderberry immunity brand trusted by millions of Americans. For proven powerful immune support, take control with Sambucol.
Hey, I'm at gate 6 wearing a gray shirt.
ฉันอยู่ที่ประตู60เสื้อสีเทา
ได้ครับ เดี๋ยวผมมารับอีก2 นาที I'll pick you up in 2 minutes.
JJ.
No, I never thought that. And it was like, that's why I always tell Ray, you know, to go back, because like Ray used to always have this saying, from the streets to the suites. And I never understood it until I started being conscious of what he was saying. So I started being in the rooms. And, you know, shout out to our big brother, because he showed us the route to go when it comes to this. Like, it's politics that we deal with. He teaches the way to go about how we deal with politics, how we gotta deal with mediation and all these things. And I want people to know it still be a struggle for us too. But more than anything, he gave us something to make us know that once we understood that our big brother was genuine, he made us feel like, no, we don't even want to let him down. We don't want to embarrass Ray. We don't want to embarrass the mayor. So we take this shit serious. You know, we push this shit for real. You know, because this is a shot for everybody. You know, and this don't happen in a lot of cities where guys from the community get a chance to be in these positions. The mayor give you a chance to get control of your zone or your neighborhood. A lot of this don't go on a lot of places. So, you know, it's like, you know, shout out to our mayor too, because he believed in this. He gave us a chance. He told us, man. For sure, man. One thing I can say, Ray talked to Duggan and told him.
Edison too, man.
Ray Winans let Mayor Duggan know the only way this will work if you give the guys in the community a chance. And since then, man, we got double zeros. Hey. So listen, you know, for all the youngins that's out there looking, man, like we niggas up here, man, we definitely do your background on all of us, you know. So don't never feel like it's nothing wrong with being peaceful. One thing we ain't never had in the experience was peace. I always told my guys, man, I know how I feel for us to kill each other. It's us black people as youngins about nothing. When you think about the beef, this 20-year war that went on, this shit started in middle school. Started from a fight. So this shit started in 2000. So it'd be like, and then y'all will see the fake ass documentaries and shit on the internet talking about this happened. Started in 06. Hell no, this shit, that is when they got hip to that shit. So, like my brother Van said, control your narrative. Control your own shit, because motherfuckers just start mixing the master and your shit. You know, and y'all have had the wrong information or the wrong image of guys. You know, so to go back to what I was saying, this what made us feel like we gotta start moving in the right direction, because at the end of the day, we understand what the poison we was pushing into our youngins, to our kids, when they don't got a fair chance. Like, it'd be like, to me, like, damn, okay, yeah, we glorify how many bodies a motherfucker catch. But if you think about a hero, right? A hero saved lives. You feel me? So it'd be like, damn, fuck how many lives I take. How many lives I can save? You feel me? So that's what it'd be like, damn, I want to be a hero. At least, like, shit, if I don't never get to where I want to be in my mind, it'd be like, shit, I want to touch that. I want to touch this motherfucker and be special for a motherfucker that did something positive. I want to be a motherfucker that, man, we can go move around anywhere
it feel good to better say I don't got no ops, man. I just had a son. I want to better walk around with that little man in peace. Thanks. You feel me? I don't got time to be riding with my son. I'm 35, I'm 42. I'm not a fucking gang member, man. We got kids that play sports and everything. We had they games. You feel me? So you gotta think about this shit, you know, and that's just a lot of. And shout out to my guys, man, for just growing up. You feel me? Vez, I seen where you came from, your growth, man, your struggle. And man, you always one nigga that support anything we ask of you. So shout out for that, my nigga, because, you know, sometimes that shit be hard getting the support that we get from. So we appreciate that, man.
Neff.
Hey, you know, that's another reason why.
Neff, so
we the chosen one, because another reason why, right? We so successful because we got guys like y'all tagging along with us.
And it's genuine.
For sure. Y'all makes the platform real. You know what I mean? So we got the street guys and the influencers and the rappers that they want to look at.
It's genuine.
People catching on.
It's
genuine. You know what I mean? We're genuine in these schools every day. You know what I mean? So, you know, I say don't even push peace. I always say we pushing purpose. You know what I mean? Because this is purpose what he's talking about. Once you find your purpose, you want to live. See, the only reason you want to die fast is because you don't see yourself living. So we trying to push people into their purpose. You know, Vince the other day at the school, what you stop and do? You say, hold on. Let me hear what he do got to say. Spit that shit. You know what I mean? Because that's what push him his purpose will eventually grow to be like you. You get what I mean? Or better, or greater, or exceeding us. You know what I mean? Because that's the key. We want everybody to be better than us. We trying to make sure the next generation
be like you, be better.
You know what I mean? We don't want no copycats, no carbon copies. We want people to be, the youngsters to be better than us. And this is what this next generation about. The whole movement is about assuring that they come up behind us better than us.
As men and as adults, we understand that music is a form of art. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go and live my raps. It don't make sense to go live my raps. Why would you want to live my raps? You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. I'm not living my raps right now. I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, be able to keep this shit in the culture. Make music. You know what I'm saying? You can rap about the shit that you rap about. 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers make music about shit that they've been through or shit that they seen in the past. It ain't always about current shit. You know, and I'm not talking to nobody specifically. I'm just saying overall.
Or should they just make up?
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't nothing wrong with fabricating.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. Do what you. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's art. It's art. Niggas like to rhyme because niggas like to rhyme. That's just a part of black culture. Hip hop and rap music. That's what we do. Niggas was rap. I was rapping about. Yeah, for sure. But I'm at the same time, nigga was rapping about being on private jets. Nigga, I ain't never even, before I even took my first flight. Right. So have fun with this shit. You wanna have fun with this shit. That don't mean, bro. Don't do that, bro. That's moving foolishly, bro. Because you will make it bad for the people. Yeah, and you will make it bad for the niggas who just want to rhyme and just have fun with this shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then one thing we don't want nobody to take out of context is control your narrative. Meaning, like, you know, you don't have to try to control the people around you, but you control the brand that you represent by your own actions. And people fall in line like that.
Through your decision making.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we on. What you about to say, Ray? Let me
quote to say either the lion gonna tell the story or the hunter gonna tell the story, but the story gonna be told. If the lion gonna tell the story, the lion gonna talk about how he was the king of the jungle, had a pride, and was just phenomenal, man, and taking care of the cubs. If the hunter tell the story, it's gonna be this big ferocious animal that was trying to eat everybody up, right? With that being said, we gotta stop normalizing being killers, right? Yeah. That's not socially acceptable, right? That's not the way we gotta live, right?
Don't make you no real nigga at all whatsoever. Let's get that understood.
Like it doesn't, right? And it speaks to the point that even when Andre said, okay, anybody can take a life, but is you bold enough, big enough, and audacious enough to save a life? Right? Like, because that takes a different type of courage. But as I know we about to get ready to close out, I most definitely got an alley hoop 2 people because they just been sitting over here quiet as hell, man. I ain't gonna let them get away. So come on, Chad and Bug, y'all gotta say something, man.
The best videographer there is, man. That young nigga cold with that camera.
Cheddar.
I was probably one of the ones, the first that, you know, the one with it.
Come on, roll with me as the sun goes down. Texas sun.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. It's time to love food back. Also try new Tums Gummy Bites.
New Lysol now cleans 5 times better. So we can handle even the nastiest shower. Here you go, honey.
Thank you, Pine-Sol lady.
Pine-Sol, it's that kind of clean.
Man, like they say, we getting older, we got kids, whatever. So, and then you know, I come from like 2 different wars, like this war, the Cheddar Boy shit.
Yeah.
So you know, nigga gotta grow up. You know? So I like this shit.
Question, Cheddar. Hey, Cheddar, you know what's crazy, Cheddar? A lot of motherfuckers don't even know who your pops is, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
Niggas don't even know who your pops is, bro. Let the world know. Wipe out, man. Yeah.
That's why I say, like,
He been through 2 generational wars, 2 of the biggest wars in Detroit history. No, literally though, nigga. You been through 2 of the bro, listen, gang. You been through 2 of the biggest wars in Detroit history, bro. In the history of Detroit, nigga, you been involved in 2 wars.
That's legendary shit, like, man, it's like not even the war shit, like that shit was all some bullshit, you know. Niggas was like Blade, Wipeout, Nav, Block, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit, you know, when you get older and you think about that shit, you be like, damn, that shit went in.
Yeah. And don't get that misunderstood, y'all. We ain't like bragging on the fact that bro been through 2 wars. We point that out because that just showed the amount of shit that he's seen, and he's still here. And God got him here.
Shot in the head, all type of shit, like prison. Like I done been through all that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, a nigga, it feel good, you know what I'm saying? Not to ride without hammers and shit, like, you know, like, nigga, you feel me? Shit, so you know that's basically it.
Shit, so. How you feel about this shit? What's up, bud?
I feel good about this shit. Man, seeing these guys come together for real, and so really, especially like for the generation my age, like, they thought this shit was like waves. Like really thought this shit was like, yeah, let's latch on, like let's do this.
You can see.
And like they really thought this shit was like, let's do it. Just for these guys to come together and say, fuck it, let's say the baby.
That ain't what we doing.
Now niggas stuck looking stupid as hell, like, damn, what we gonna do now that the big homies doing this shit the right way? You feel me? So now the tough shit niggas is doing for a year straight, you gotta cut the shit. Cause now these niggas in Camron and we put some purpose, we saving the babies. You feel what I'm saying? So now
hop on this bandwagon.
Yeah.
And y'all can't fuck with bulls on the camera.
You know, it started to expose the head of the real the niggas who was really on that and who not.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just seen, like, I had homeboys who was like, I'm 4, I'm fast. I'm around the biggest. It's like,
Ain't no way you is, because these niggas with each other. Ain't no way you either one of them. Ain't no way you either one of them. It's impossible. We about to close out, y'all. Got this shit live and direct. You know what I'm saying? Sit down with the 4s and the 5s, live from the 6. Hey, before we close out, gang, I need to hear one funny ass, fried ass story between y'all niggas, like, you know, on the Erie side, on the right after the link up type shit.
Shout out Kenny B.
Shout out to Kenny B, man. Hold on, we need to do this, bitch. Hey, Ray take us to New Orleans on a trip to follow the fives, right? I'm like, shit, we in one house, you know what I'm saying? So everybody like, damn, we under one roof, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this the first time niggas like, nigga, we gotta go to sleep with these niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know, so you know how this going, like, hold on, man, this shit too comfortable. So somehow me and Apple end up in the crowd with Kenny B, the blood. It's 2 4s and 1 5, you hear me? We end up, he got CCW though. He got CCW, right? So he got pole on him. Hey, he got pipe on him, right? Me Apple ain't got no pipe. So he in the front, well, he driving, App in the parent, I'm sitting behind him, right? So we driving, so I'm like, man, turn over here. I'm trying to get some weed or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, turn over here. He like, man, just go and do it to me, man. Turn right. That nigga turned this shit back like, man, go on, dude. Like, he said, what am I gonna say? That nigga said, my mama said, you dumb, you that dumb over you the gang niggas. Like, yo, dumbass, the swung dog, man. I'm like, dog, we ain't on that with you, Kenny, bro. I'm like, we ain't on that, bro. The whole time.
Then you think they fucked up? I'm fucked up. I done went upstairs. I'm like, God damn, I got the phones and the files and this bitch. I done rolled over, looked at him and say, God, I done get my phone. The rest of you, big guy. Hey, hold up, bro. The nigga handed in to try to hand it. We say, man, we ain't know that. Hey. Another funny part to the shit where, man, that nigga Apple missed his flight, y'all. Hey, you know Apple fresh out of jail, y'all. Let me tell y'all the goofy shit App did at the airport, man. Fresh out of jail. You got the carry-on and you got the check-in bag. Why is he out walking with the security? Somehow, man, they ain't let me on. He got a big ass. He checked the small bag in, man. So he missed his flight, right? So they said, shout out to my nigga Smoke, man. They said Smoke, it's me, Smoke, and a few of us in the truck. I don't see nobody but Smoke. Smoke got his head out the window at the airport. So he like, hey Apple, I'm right here. That nigga Apple got to walking slow. He called my phone. He like, hey, did nobody come with Smoke? I'm like, I'm in here. I'm like, nigga, I'm in the truck. That's just to show y'all boys, man, like where we come from. You feel me, man? And that's just a funny story, man. Hey, niggas put that shit down. This nigga funny, he talking about he trying to hang that fool out like, man, go on do it, Dark as hell. There's no Louisiana. He thought a nigga about that. Yeah, they got me down in the noise. Everything can play him on everything can play. Shout out my nigga Cheddar, man. Yeah, long live all the fallen soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you looking for that detour, man, we ready to see the whole city. They talking about Detroit takeover, man. We ready to see all the
Let's do this shit together, man.
State to state. Turn on these arenas, man. Sell out these arenas, man. That's what we looking for. Doggy, you, he, Skillet, baby.
All that, yeah. Everybody.
Let's do it.
We going on Detroit versus everybody tour. Fuck that, man. It can though. We gotta do that, bitch, Will. Detroit versus everybody tour with all that. Oh, that bitch gonna go. No. We on tour all the beat. You coming on a tour, guy? We all out there. Yeah. Let's get it, man. Detroit, we gonna end that on that note. know, Detroit versus everybody. Let's get it.
That's that Vizzo on that side podcast, live from the 6. Sitting down, posing fives, man. He did the podcast on the other side thing. Drake just sued, tried to sue Universal Music Group again
on Twitter or wherever, just hating on me constantly. Welcome. But with you being here, I also want to be methodical and show you how normally I get down. We get to the nitty gritty. We're not just here blowing gas. So Frozen Moments LLC is a company. This is, it was formulated back in, I believe, 2009. Yes, 2009. After it was formulated in 2009, in May, 8 days later, Drake, and by the way, it's only owned by Drake. It was then transferred from Frozen Moments Inc. to Frozen Moments LLC. Okay? These are the formation, or these are the business documents that also show the change from whatever to whatever. And I'm assuming at some point, maybe Drake did have, it gives the address to. I'm pretty sure he doesn't live there anymore. Remember when Drake was like, got a condo out on Biscayne, and maybe that's what's his apartment. So if y'all niggas are a little nerdy, y'all want to go check where the fuck was Drake was staying. 50 Biscayne Boulevard. Let me look that up. You know me, I'm on some bullshit. 50 Biscayne Boulevard. Where was that nigga staying at? This is where he's staying? Okay. All right, Aubrey. I guess he was staying here in apartment, what? 3801? All right. So anyway, so it looked like, this is at the beginning of his career. I guess they made a business, and then they then turned it into, they registered it where he was at the time. Okay, cool. Yeah, the mailing address there. All right, cool. Blah, blah. All right, so basically, and yes. And then the only person, which is the manager and sole member, is Aubrey Drake Graham, who lives or had the condo out in Biscayne, right? But this is his signature, and that was that. So that's what Frozen Moments LLC is, right? If you ask me, and I keep telling you guys these things, so like most of these companies, like, I always tell people, I'm like, Lil Uzi Vert, what's his name, Samir something? I guarantee that Atlantic doesn't have like a contract that says Samir is directly signed to them. Samir is signed to Generation Now, and by the way, he might even have a company that owns or controls all the rights to his music, or sometimes I think this company Drake probably created to probably own the copyrights and stuff like that for him, and then that company it's just protecting assets. All right. Anyway, not trying to bore you with the legal bullshit, but okay. So now you know what Frozen Moments is. People have seen it pop up here and there, especially when, some of these people, when Drake, has he ever really gone inactive? But there's times when, if you ever want to know when an artist is about to drop something, if they do it normally, they'll submit it to the label, and the label at that point does a shit ton of stuff, including sometimes filing copyrights and registering certain things that could be trademarks. Now, people who are usually waiting on someone to drop an album, who doesn't drop an album, they usually stalk these things. Hey, let's see if Kendrick registered a trademark or copyright of anything. And that usually means, that's maybe their new album title or whatever the case is, right? So people have seen like this Frozen Moments thing pop up a couple times, and that's why they've tied it to Drake. So it's Drake's company. That's all you need to know, right? Let's keep it simple. So today there was a filing, and it's a filing from Drake, which is actually a petition. Drake has petitioned the court to have them put Universal Music Group and Spotify on notice that they intend to file that Drake
and his company, Frozen Moments, intend to file a lawsuit basically claiming that they allowed, interference from bots and otherwise for the inflation of streams, obviously during the rap battle, that resulted in damages to perception. Okay? Now, the full lawsuit isn't out yet. Obviously, they haven't filed it, but the petition is out. And this is going to be a very slippery slope. I'll give you my opinion first. I do think, and I'm a huge Drake fan. Yeah, I do know. Number one, the biggest Drake fan. But we got to be very careful here. Because as much as I work with the music industry, I am not a part of the music industry as a part of the label structure. So I can say this. A lot of what the music industry does is like a Ponzi scheme. I've told you this when Nicki Minaj used to claim other artists are botting streams, but that accusation made it seem like all her streams are real and all the other persons, whoever she's competing with, are fake. Now, the reason why I say it's a slippery slope, Spotify and Universal Music Group, they're number one business partners. Number two, here's the thing. As long as they're busting down that money, it's one of those things where I personally believe neither of them are doing too much to combat streaming or bot in terms of major label artists. Now, granted, if you are not signed to a major label and you put out music through Spotify or one of these other DSP conglomerates and you bot streams, of course they're going to ban you or penalize you. They're incentivized to do it. They have no business dealings with you, right? So why would they overpay for these inflated streams that are fake? Now, here's the thing about when it comes to the music industry. And to make this really a little bit more of a simpler case without getting too deep into it.
Like the taste of fresh apples? At Angry Orchard, we use real fruit from our 100-year-old orchard. And
inflated sales has always been part of the business practice for the music industry. It's always been that. Back in the day, they used to say labels would buy their own CDs. That's when Nielsen, SoundScan your first week sales would be not what sold, it would be what shipped. So they would just increase purchase orders and, we need this guy to sell 300,000. Let's just ship 300,000 because of a weird purchase order, that blah, 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 blah. And then let's have some type of scheme to return those whatever items to the store. Later on, we get the number perception. Fans think it's 300,000. They're now. So manipulating the audience has always been part of the game. Always. Radio, most of that game is manipulating the audience. When, it's explicitly illegal for a label to pay. So payola is illegal. So say I'm going to give you $1,000 to play my artist's song. That's illegal because you're using regulated federal airwaves that the FCC monitors. You can't do that. How do they get around it? I'm going to buy $500,000 of ads on your station because all these stations are ran by ads. We have a Wiz Khalifa album and we have this album dropping. We're also going to give you an interview by them. It would be dope if you could show us some love back. Of course, your song's getting played every hour on the fucking hour, right? Come on, we're making money. So this whole thing has always been, the music game has always been like really a Ponzi scheme, a little bit. Like the major labels realize, and this is why when people like start these smart ideas, you're going independent, fuck out of here. You can't beat these guys who own 90% of the market share. You can't. Okay, of the catalog market share, actually. It's around 80 to 90% of the streaming market share. But catalog, they own the majority of it. So if they have the ultimate power with TikTok, Spotify, Meta, they bully everybody because if you want music, 3 companies control it. Universal Music Group is the big dog. Then we have Sony Music Group, and then we have Warner. Okay? Now, I hope you guys are getting to understand it. Cool. So my opinion before we get into this, I have the whole petition here, is that I don't know how to feel about this because if you are a major label artist, and I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're Drake, Lil Nas X, I don't care if you're Kendrick Lamar, I don't care. All of y'all, it's impossible that any artist any major label artist, in my opinion, has 0% of bots. Why? It's incentivized that these labels control perception. How do they control perception? Is to rig the game by inflated views, inflated streams, and inflated everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's a point that's outside of Drake, Kendrick, any particular artist. So that's my thing. If you ask me, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, they're in cahoots with UMG, Warner, and Sony to make sure that there will never be a true independent market because they make too much money. Literally suppressing that, funneling. By the way, Spotify even announced some shit that, there's certain things in Spotify when it comes to playlists, they won't be like, they'll tell you the random bullshit. Oh, anybody can get on a playlist. Brother, don't have a label. Like, if you think Universal Music Group will let some 15 random people without them being on a label eat up 15 spots on the most coveted playlists, you're out of your fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. So it's kind of all of a, it's a finesse. Anyway, so let's get to it. So this was a petition that was filed today. We have, and this was filed in the Supreme Court of the state of New York, where we have essentially Drake's company, Frozen Moments. They're announcing, right? They're announcing that, Spotify, Universal, we're about to sue y'all. We believe that y'all have done certain things or allowed certain things that has now caused damage to me as an artist. And we want you to preserve or to hold these things or give us the data or evidence that we would need to actually file the lawsuit. So let's just read through it. So cool. So it says, in the matter of application of Frozen Moments LLC for an order, whatever, it's a civil blah, 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 UMG and Spotify. Now, very clear and what should be noted, this is not a lawsuit yet. It is not a lawsuit, okay? So Frozen Moments and its attorneys, right? So Drake's company, and by the way, I do want to be honest here, just me being 100% honest with y'all. I don't know how they flagged this. I'm pretty sure someone has some type of, civil court flag for Drake's company. I think Drake tried to file this under his company. And if you're looking for Aubrey Drake Graham on the lawsuit as a petitioner, he's not. It's his company. And whether his company has expanded and he's listed officers or whatever of his LLC, it doesn't matter. He's the boss. You get what I'm saying? So I think he tried to do it under the LLC, but he's suing MMG. Not MMG, UMG. Okay. So, so they're basically saying this is a pre-action disclosure. And by the way, if you guys do want to see all these documents afterwards, they'll be on the academy.blog. For an order granted limited pre-action disclosure from the respondents, UMG and Spotify, directing a preservation of relevant evidence in possession, custody, or control of UMG. Now, that's also very important and very interesting, chat. What that statement alone tells you or should tell me, the biggest artist in the game, right? Let's say biggest rap artist, because we know Taylor's the real biggest, but let's be honest, right? If he has to sue to get the data, it shows you how much or how little actually artists actually know about what the fuck their label does. Because he has some facts, but he needs all the facts to really file his lawsuit, and he got to sue them to get it. So even their biggest artists, they're not like, oh, we're open book, come look at everything. No, hell no. Just kind of goes back to it. When you're on a major label, I don't care how well you get compensated. You're just a nice old good old slave. Whether you're Drake, Kendrick Lamar, I don't give a fuck if you're the baby, little baby. You could be anybody. Once you see UMG, this is why, as crazy as I want to say Kanye is, he don't seem that crazy no more, do he? He don't be seeming that crazy. Oh yeah, like which by the way, this also makes an interesting parallel. When you hear the likes of Pusha T, Kendrick, or even Drake talking about who signed to who and who signed, you signed to one nigga that signed to one nigga that, y'all all signed to the slave master. Shut up. All y'all shut up. All three of y'all. Shut up. Let's be very honest. We're gonna just call a spade a spade. If Universal is on the back of your CD, and yes, Kendrick Lamar GNX is released by Interscope, that's a subsidiary of UMG. Y'all all slaves. Shut up. We don't want to hear none of y'all talk about. You don't get no brownie points for saying, oh, I sleep next to Master's room. You sleep 5 doors down. None of y'all should be talking like that when y'all have to go hit up old Massa, UMG, to say, what's up with the accountant? What's up? Shut up, all of y'all. And I'm saying it respectfully to Drake, Kendrick, and the rest. Let's be clear. But let's get into it. So it said the nature of the dispute. It said in a memo to the staff reflecting the highlights of 2021, the CEO of UMG, Lucian Grange, remarked on it being harder than ever for artists to break through the noise. 60,000 songs are added to Spotify every day. Spotify is the world's most popular audio streaming subscription service as of the end of the third quarter in 2024. Boasted almost 640 million monthly active users, 250 million subscribers. They pay the music companies like UMG for the right to license the songs so they could play them on a streaming and subscription platform. 2023 alone, Spotify paid more than $9 billion to music labels and producers. Hip-hop is one of the most popular genres on Spotify, amounting to nearly a quarter of all streams on Spotify Global in 2023. Spotify and UMG have a long-standing symbiotic business relationship. As one of Spotify's earliest supporters, UMG entered a multi-global license agreement with Spotify in 2020. UMG and Spotify collaborate on strategic marketing campaigns, facts, and products. And in 2024, they announced an expansion of their strategic partnership through which Spotify will amplify. Oh yeah, that was the thing. This is the finesse right here, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is what you realize. If you're an independent artist, they have made it that you gotta sign to these niggas, these major labels to win. Look, they have UMG, the biggest label out, got Drake, Weeknd, Kendrick, all these things. They have a strategic partnership where Spotify will amplify music discovery and social interaction and enhance fan experience across the platform for UMG family of artists and songwriters. Come on. Basically, if you're an independent artist, you stand no fucking chance. If someone looks at Spotify and they see Taylor Swift, Kendrick, Weeknd, Drake, all the top artists, Post Malone, then they see you, how the fuck will they ever click on your music? Let's be honest, right? This shit's a finesse based on you. And by the way, this is, this is gonna be, I know I'm going on mad tangents. This is a precursor to a lot of things happening. You got the biggest artist suing. That's a problem. That's a problem. But what we're gonna see, and this is what I'm gonna love, is the transparency. Because it's gonna come out. Listen, what's that saying? What don't come out in the thing, come out in the thing. It's gonna come out in these lawsuits, the nature of some of the business practices that some of y'all have been oblivious about. Okay? So cool. Based on UMG financial reporting, UMG Spotify paid UMG around $2.28 billion in 2023, which amounted to 19% of Universal Music Group's total revenue in 2023. Which, by the way, you should see how much UMG is dominating. Sorry, I gotta make sure y'all can see everything. You can see how much they're dominating. So Spotify last year paid UMG $2.28 billion, and that was 1/5 of what UMG makes. Where's the other money coming from? Vinyls, licenses with TikTok, Apple, Meta, all the little swipe up things. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm adding a song to my store. Yeah, they're getting paid. You get what I'm saying? Streaming is essential to UMG current bottom line and its future business strategy. In a report related to the third quarter of 2024, UMG noted a nearly 29% year-over-year decrease in downloads and other digital revenues because the continued format shift towards streaming across the music industry. Their long-term strategy relies upon accelerating the growth of and monetization from the streaming and subscription. In October 2024, UMG unveiled a new slogan, Streaming 2.0. That was last month, people. Which illustrates the importance UMG places on saturating the streaming market. Didn't I tell y'all that, chat? They don't give a fuck. Just keep dropping music. Your new music makes the your new whack music makes the hot music that you dropped when you first came out that got you on go up more, which ironically, they own more of that than usually this, right? In 2024, UMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices to break through the noise on Spotify, and like the other music platforms. Instead, launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with a song, Not Like Us, in order to make that song go viral, including by using bots and pay-to-play agreements. UMG released Not Like Us on May 4th, 2024, pursuant to various contractual rights. UMG, via division Interscope, has exclusive control over the licensing of the song. On information and belief, UMG charged Spotify licensing rates 30% lower than its usual licensing rates for Not Like Us. In exchange for Spotify affirmatively recommended the song to users who are searching for unrelated songs and artists. Now, let me stop it there, people. Let me stop it there. This is going to be big. This is going to be big. Let me tell you this. I'm like the Joker. I can't wait to see the industry burn. I love it, though. So I just, it's a little bit like, but still, we're going to have fun with this. Check this out. Let me tell you the crazy game that's going on. Number one, shout out to my man Larry Jackson, a guy who was a hero and a villain in some sorts. He's now, what's the new company called? Forgot what it's called. Remember that company? Sexy Red's over there. Let me just do it.
Got 10? Because at Rent-A-Center, $10 pays your first week on a new agreement. Choose an item, and your first week costs only $10, all without using credit. Just use promo code 1week.
Yeah, man, that boy Drake didn't try to sue his whole. He didn't try to sue the label. Drake didn't went the whole label, man. So yeah, he didn't try to sue his own label. Drake to sue UMG. I guess his LLC, his company. They say his company and sued Universal Music Group and Spotify. We're going at both of them because I guess the body streams and stuff going on. So yeah, man. Get into this. It's Murder Men TV, man. Like, share, subscribe to me on Twitch. Murder Men TV, MMTV, all one word. Murder Men TV, MMTV, all one word. And then Rumble, P-Row 413, PROAH 413, PROAH 413 on Rumble. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. look up my petition too. You know what I'm saying? You know, change that.
Some things, you know, I explained it before. Anyway, here's the thing. Let me explain. I'm trying to explain this little short piece of info. Why did I bring up Larry Jackson? Larry Jackson gave Drake $20 million for him to drop. I forgot what project it was. It might have been, what was it? My memory's kind of failing me now. What the fuck? He dropped some project on there early, and when he dropped the project early, they gave him $20 million for a week. Right? Just drop it on here for a week, and we'll give you $20 million. Right? They started doing exclusives. Chance the Rapper dropped his projects exclusively to Apple. People are doing exclusives. And after that time, Lucian Grange basically said, enough. Why? Here was the problem. These artists, they were circumventing the labels. So the labels have deals with all of these companies. None of these deals cite preferential treatment, which means when a song is available to Apple, it's available to Spotify. Okay? UMG pays Drake. They have a contract with Drake. Remember, they're the middle guy. That they've kept themselves in the middle because they own the catalogs. The artists started taking, here's a little 20 million bag, but put your shit over here first. So they started circumventing their labels. The labels don't want to get pissed off at the artists because how you gonna get pissed off at Drake or Kanye? What, Kanye at the time? Like, these are the biggest artists. You're like, wait, when are we gonna get the whole thing that we can put it everywhere? They're like, give me a week. The artists are lit. They're like, $20 million. Fuck out of here, shit. You know what I mean? Cool. What ended up happening is that Spotify came in. Real talk. Spotify's like, hey, yo, you got Apple spending all this goddamn bread. We're all in this licensing deal. We got to deal with y'all like they got a deal. Why do they get the deal? Why do they get a song or an album a week early? Also, here's the thing. If that keeps happening, we're going to lose our subscribers. This is actually fucking up and threatening the deal we have with y'all. So Lucian Grange, the guy who owns UMG, stepped in and said, enough. First of all, we're not getting none of this money from the exclusive shit. It's going straight to the artist, which that's a no-no. You can't have the slaves collecting their own check. That's bad. You just can't. Can't. You don't pay the slave directly, you pay the master, and he give out the slaves whatever he wants. So that they had to stop. So Lucian, I'm not calling Lucian a slave master at all. Fuck Lucian, especially son. My guy Elliot, that's my guy. But the point is this, and I'm just talking about major labels and slave masters. They told him, cut that shit out. So they ended all exclusives. Right? That was a couple years ago. During this battle, these artists, because timing and all these other aspects, some of the songs, the samples weren't cleared, they wanted to circumvent it to take advantage. They want to circumvent the label structure, which is kind of rigid a little bit, to take advantage of the timing to win a rap battle, right? I'm getting somewhere here. So when you get Kendrick or Drake who drops a song via their YouTube or their Instagram, Spotify and Apple are not happy. Why the fuck are you dropping music on? They're looking at Meta in terms of Instagram, or they're looking at YouTube in terms of their competitor, because YouTube also releases music. Why did they get it early? I thought we were done with this exclusive shit. Keep in mind, for a while, they used to drop music, like during the battle, they would drop music just straight up, like you could find on Spotify first, right? Okay. So this is how I'm, this is me, not really guesstimating, but I think I'm around the money with this. I don't know how they got the info that Spotify did a deal with UMG, but usually, like for example, I know as a fact, Apple Music and Spotify, they're tight that Drake keep dropping shit on Instagram. They don't like it shit. Drop it on Spotify, nigga. They don't want your new song on your fucking Instagram. They did not pay billions of dollars to have the licensing rights for you to drop shit on Instagram. For your biggest artist, UMG's biggest artist, Drake or Kendrick or whoever, to drop it on Instagram. They don't like that shit. Okay? So this is where Drake's people are coming to the idea of, wait. Oh, I forgot this last part. So let me tell you what Spotify and Apple, and let me just say DSPs, let me not make it just Spotify. Historically, after Lucian and everybody came out to say no more exclusives, if an artist drops a song and gives an exclusive to any of the bunch, which means you give it to YouTube, you give it to Apple Music, or if you give it to Spotify, the other companies penalize you, which means, oh, we're not about to give it as much love on the playlist because we're going to show you don't do no more exclusive shit. We're not doing that. All of us need to get it at the same time because when one person get it, everybody goes to them. Drake and his team is saying, though Kendrick dropped the shit on YouTube as an exclusive, there was a window, Spotify still came back around and said, and according to them, in exchange, Spotify recommended the songs to users who were searching for the song for unrelated songs in the artist, and supposedly UMG charged Spotify a rate of 30% lower. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. However Drake's team is gonna prove this is going to. This is how I know a lawsuit's definitely coming. You don't find out this info that UMG did a deal with Spotify that not like us. Like, hold on, let me just do this real quick.
The holidays and holiday trips and holiday bonding and holiday toys, and it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Let's go to Spotify.com. Kendrick Lamar. Right? Okay. Hold on, sorry. Where's Not Like Us at? Not Like Us. Wait, I'm trying to see the streams. What the fuck? I have to go on the other shit. Sorry. I'm trying to just give you I'm trying to give you a quantity or just a rough estimate of like how much money we're talking about here. Right? Because according to Drake and his team, this is a special deal, right? So Not Like Us is around 1 billion streams, right? It's around 1 billion streams. Now, quick math on usual licensing, whatever, and payouts, right? It's about $4,000 per 1 million streams, okay? In the payouts, right? So when you have 1 billion, it's 1,000 million, right? Times 1,000. Okay. Now, that number is only the number based on a certain rate. Essentially what I'm trying to tell you, okay? Even though I think I probably fucked that up. The point what I'm saying is that they did some very interesting deal that probably got Spotify to pay out less for Not Like Us, right? As long as Kendrick's song got recommended through algorithms. Now, that's a very interesting accusation, and I don't know how Drake's team has that information, but they claim that's going to be, well, they don't claim. we have to assume it's going to be a part of the lawsuit, right? We got to assume, right? Okay, cool. And by the way, that 4,000 number is usually off because that's for niggas releasing on DistroKid. You know what I mean? DistroKid and TuneCore. Labels have a very special type of, and by the way, that's not what the song is actually grossing and how they cut all the revenue because there's publishing. There's a lot more other shit with it, right? I don't want y'all to just think that, oh no, there was just $4 million. It's way more money, right? I would imagine it's tens of millions of dollars. And whatever deal they did for Not Like Us, the resulting repercussions is tens of millions of dollars for UMG and Spotify, depending on who got the better of whatever. And UMG might be like, well, just give us a promo. We'll take way millions less. Spotify is like, well, we'll keep millions more. We'll just fuck with the algorithms. According to what Drake's team is saying upon information. We don't know. They don't show any proof yet. Okay. On information, I believe that Spotify pays UMG license fees through wires or mail. Okay? All right. UMG directly through Interscope also conspired with and paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially inflate the spread of Not Like Us and deceive consumers into believing song was more popular than it was in reality. Bots are software programs designed to mimic human behavior to appear to be real social media accounts. One individual, unknown to the petitioner, revealed publicly on a popular podcast that Mr. Kendrick Lamar's Duckworth's label, Interscope, paid him via third party use bots to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify in the first days of his release of Not Like Us, with the goal of jumpstarting the song spread and turning it into a crazy hit on the platform. Now, I'll stop right there. I think they might be referring to, I think they are, right? Exposed by okay, so remember when that hacker came on? A hacker came on my show, or not hacker, I'm not calling hacker, but a social media guy, right? And look, all right, you guys know what video I'm talking about. I don't have to play it. Look like this is a. Why can't I see it? Okay, whatever. All right. Okay. Sorry. Sit down. All right. So here's why also I'm a little bit like iffy on this lawsuit as well. I've told y'all, like, I know it feels like politics these days in music. So everybody's like, no, you like you like Drake, so you just hate Kendrick. No, that's not the truth. Like, even the whole thing with the bots, so everyone's like, oh no, the bots thing is just a lie. Here's my thing. My thing is that I don't think only Kendrick uses bots. I think the whole game is botted. Y'all just keep thinking I'm saying it's only Kendrick. The whole game is, and that's why I don't like this lawsuit. Because here's the thing. Even if we're to believe that UMG conspired, or let's say Kendrick and his team bought it, here's the problem with that. Every other person is doing it too. So there's more incentive to hide the entire finesse than to just protect one nigga. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, once you unveil this, it's a domino effect. Everybody falls. If UMG was to acknowledge that they have allowed or they had knowledge of someone faking streams, even not Kendrick Lamar, the entire situation, they'll be opening up all type of class action lawsuits from other people who are within the market of releasing music saying, hey, these people have said in a public lawsuit, they know that people fake streams. So UMG will never, no matter who, they will never admit that they're in cahoots, that they have done it, or they've benefited from it. They won't. because it's not about one artist. It's about the whole game, if you get what I mean. Okay. The whistleblower describes Spotify as an easy platform to bot because it does not, like other streaming platforms, have certain security measures when it comes to, bot protection. The whistleblower further revealed that on May 6th, an individual affiliated with Interscope sent him a payment of $2,500 via the digital platform Zelle, which is owned by a number of banks, and that he was promised another $2,500 and a percentage of the song total sales for his initial push. On information and belief that UMG hired other unknown parties to use bots to promote Not Like Us and also inflate streams of the Not Like Us music video, which UMG first published on July 4th, 2024, UMG appears to have used similar tactics with other streaming services. On information and belief, UMG paid and approved payments to Apple Inc. to have its voice-activated digital assistant, Siri, purposely misdirect users to Not Like Us. Online sources reported that when users asked Siri to play the album Certified Lover Boy by the recording artist Aubrey Drake Graham, doing business as Drake, Siri instead played Not Like Us, which contained the lyric Certified Pedophile, an allegation against Drake. UMG engaged in similar pay-to-play schemes to increase the airplay of Not Like Us on the radio, and the petitioner has obtained information from a third party indicating that at least one UMG employee made payments to an independent radio promoter serving as an intermediary who had agreed to transfer those payments to certain radio stations and or radio stations employees. These radio stations subsequently played or cautiously played Not Like Us without disclosing that they have been planned to do so. Ooh, this is actually a crime. Okay. This practice, known as payola, is prohibited by the Communications Act of 1934 and has been the subject of regulatory scrutiny by a number of executive agencies. In 2006, UMG agreed to pay $12 million in a settlement with the New York Attorney General following an investigation involving an accusation that UMG executives had used a broad array of pay-for-play tactics to secure radio airplay for its music. In connection with UMG settlement, the then New York Attorney General Elliot Spitzer explained consumers have a right to not be misled about the way in which the music they hear on the radio is selected. He continued to say pay-for-play makes mockery of the claims that only the best or the most popular music is broadcasted. Separately, in 2005, UMG was sued by two radio promotion companies alleging fraudulent pay-to-play practices. While historically payola has been thought of in terms of paying radio stations for play songs, in February 2020, the Federal Trade Commission released guidance stating that by paying an influencer to pretend that their endorsement or review is untainted by a financial relationship, this is illegal payola. On information and belief, UMG employed a similar scheme by paying social media influencers to endorse the song and the video. For example, the petitioner understands that UMG paid the popular NFR podcast, which nearly has 300,000 subscribers on YouTube and over 330,000 followers on X, to promote Not Like Us and its video without disclosing payment. As a part of his deal with UMG, the NFR podcast published podcast episodes, tweets, and other content publicly about the song. In a sea change for UMG's internal policy, UMG removed the song's copyright restrictions on YouTube and Twitch, thereby whitelisting the song for the first time in UMG history, which further incentivized influencers spreading the songs. UMG's scheme to ensure Not Like Us broke through on Spotify and elsewhere worked. Not Like Us broke Spotify records, and as Interscope posted on his X account. Sorry. Not Like Us becomes the fastest rap song to reach, blah, blah, blah. Only took 35 days. To date, Not Like Us has almost 900 million streams on Spotify and holds the record for the biggest single day streams of a hip hop song, the most streamed diss track in Spotify history. Not Like Us has spent 27 weeks on the Spotify City chart for New York City, which ranks as the weekly streaming popularity of the songs by users in New York, New York. Within a week of its initial release, Not Like Us broke the record for the most streamed song in the 7-day period with 96 million streams. After UMG published the video, Not Like Us returned to the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. In the same week, the song was streamed an additional 53.8 million times and played on the radio an additional 40 million times. From July 4th to August 8th, the video ranked first on YouTube weekly top music video charts. On November 13th, the iHeartRadio, I can't even see it, iHeartRadio leaderboard reported that Not Like Us was the second most popular song on the platform. On New York radio, Not Like Us remains as of date of this following a top 40 hit on popular music and hip-hop stations, including Z100, Power 105, WQHT, which is Hot 97. And from May 9th to August 15th, the song was among the top 10 of all streamed songs in New York City. UMG touted the record-breaking success. On July 16th, Interscope reposted on X that the song had become the best-selling rap song of 2024 in the US. On July 24th, they posted on its X account about the song charting as the most streamed song of the week. August 29th, they posted on X with a link to Summer Hits 2024 playlist by Spotify. And the caption said, Song of the Summer. UMG fam lands 4 out of 5 on Spotify. Birds of a Feather, Hot to Go, Not Like Us, and Espresso. Okay? UMG schemes to artificially inflate the popularity of Not Like Us were motivated, at least in part, by the desire of the executives at Interscope to maximize their own profits. UMG executives have an annual incentive program pursuant to which they're rewarded for meeting and surpassing their sales and profit projections, among other metrics. The incentives are largely based on the specific UMG division rather than the performance of UMG more generally. For example, the annual incentive or bonus of a Interscope CEO, John Janik, is based on 90% of the financial success of Interscope and only 10% of the financial success of UMG generally. That's very important. What they're saying is that they're suing UMG, but they're actually claiming it's Interscope doing it, even though Interscope is a part of UMG. And they're saying, well, okay, you're suing the whole company, but you're only claiming this part of the company is doing it. Why would this part of the company do it? And they're like, well, the executives for this part of the company have an incentive in their contracts to make them revenue. So, for example, in a diss track, you might be like, what helps Kendrick? Kendrick and Drake are both UMG artists. What helped Kendrick hurts Drake. If you're UMG, why the fuck would you want to cut your nose off to spite your face? They're saying, well, Interscope is with Kendrick, and they want to maximize their profits for their own pockets. So they're helping him, even though the song is kicking in the back of Drake. Cool. Thus, on information to believe, Mr. Janik and other executives at Interscope have been incentivized to maximize the financial success of Interscope through the promotion of Not Like Us and its revitalizing impact on the artist's prior recording catalog, including his first 5 studio albums, which are owned by Interscope. The petitioner has received information that UMG has been taking steps in an apparent effort to conceal its schemes, include but not limited to terminating employees associated with or perceived as having loyalty to Drake. So they're saying the bigger company is firing people who they think fuck with Drake because they're trying to conceal this shit. Indeed, UMG has demonstrated that it has no interest in taking responsibility for his misconduct. Over the past several months, Drake has repeatedly sought to engage UMG in discussion to resolve the ongoing harm he has suffered as a result of UMG's action. UMG refused to engage in negotiation and insisted that UMG is not responsible for his own actions. Instead, UMG has pointed the finger at Mr. Duckworth, aka Kendrick Lamar, and insisted that Drake should initiate legal action against Mr. Duckworth rather than UMG. So basically, according to Drake, he's saying Universal told him, bruh, if niggas is faking streams, we didn't do it. And we're talking about UMG as a conglomerate. Now, beneath the conglomerate, you have Interscope, and then beneath Interscope, you have PG Lang and Kendrick. So they're saying, hey, Drake, we're not going to say niggas ain't doing some shit, but we didn't do it. And if you got a problem with niggas doing that, how about you go sue Kendrick? All right. Okay. Instead, UMG has pointed the finger at Mr. Duckworth. Mr. Duckworth insisted that Drake should initiate legal action against Mr. Duckworth rather than UMG, and even threatened to bring his own legal claims against Mr. Duckworth if Drake was to pursue claims against UMG. Now, that's very important. So apparently, they're saying, well, if you sue us, I'm guessing Drake probably came at them like, yo, check this out. Y'all the parent label. I don't want to sue another rapper, right? Because we know how hip-hop is really stupid. You know, I see that bunch of people, oh my God, they're suing. He's not suing Kendrick, right? But it's funny, I see some of these slow artists like, yo, suing is in hip-hop? It very much is. When half of you fucktards get fucked by your label and you need to get out, you usually go to the courts. Y'all sue y'all label for unpaid royalties. Y'all audit them. Y'all file mad lawsuits against y'all labels. What the fuck? So here's the thing. I will admit, rapper versus rapper suit, that's never been heard of. But suing your label, that's always been a thing. What are you talking about? It's always been a thing. So here's the thing. Universal told Drake, yo, just sue Kendrick. I'm guessing Drake is like, no, I'm not suing Kendrick, I'm suing y'all. And they threatened by saying, if you sue us, we're suing him. Basically saying, all of us gonna be in this conversation together. If Drake sues Kendrick, he looks crazy. Drake suing his label, in my opinion, don't look crazy. Now, there are gonna be still some people that say whatever. And for all those people, I would love for them to raise their hands one at a time. And I would love to, again, I got a lot of reach at all these labels. I would love to bring up, I probably either know y'all entertainment lawyers or whatever fuck shit that the labels have done to y'all that maybe I had to sue to get dropped. Y'all had to sue or have some type of arbitration to get off the label or to get paid. Having legal action versus your label is not that much out of the norm. Kanye West had legal action versus Def Jam and UMG. That's a fact. This is kind of the norm. Now, to be very fair, rapper versus rapper suing is not, and by the way, Drake, first of all, he hasn't filed a lawsuit yet, but he has filed this petition that's going to UMG. Okay? Let's be clear. All right. So apparently UMG told him, I don't know how they were communicating, yo, if you sue us, we're going to bring Kendrick into it anyway, because if there was bots and say some arbitrator or third-party analyst finds that that not like us got botted, that wasn't us. And if it was found liable by anybody who could be in business with us, it would have been Kendrick's team. So if you sue us and we're going to be held liable at all, right? And by the way, it's not even only the bots. For payola, right? We're going to then sue Kendrick. Now, let me tell you how this shit works, right? Kendrick has Kendrick gets an advance, just like most artists. Now, by the way, he has a very different contract than a regular artist. But still, labels are banks. Yo, here's this money up front. Go pay off whatever. And however we bust it down on the back end, that's up for negotiation. Kendrick has a lot of leverage, probably owns his masters. You know, obviously there's some distribution there and maybe some other shit from old albums. So he has a very different deal, but it's still the same thing. Labels are still gonna, yo, here's Here's $70 million. Here's $100 million. And it's to cover blah, 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 blah. It's to prepay for the rights to blah, 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 blah. And this might be like, come on, that's just how it goes. Here's the thing. The reason why they would say we gonna sue Kendrick is simply this. If Universal Music Group money paid somebody, right? Or let's say somebody got paid who was a botter or were these influencers, whoever, and that money is traced back to UMG. UMG is basically given the reason why they're saying they would bring Kendrick into it because they didn't do that. That's Kendrick doing it. You get what I'm saying? They're saying, no, we paid him, and under the agreements that we pay him, we're indemnified from the fuck shit he does. So if he paid some botters, if he paid some whoever, and he didn't disclose it, because remember, UMG already did a settlement for $12 million back in the day. But if they didn't do it, that's their problem. We're indemnified from it. That's part of usually your record deal, right? And most record deals, you know, and we're talking about civil liability here, usually says, when we give you $1 million, you sign $1 million contract. We give you $1 million, we're indemnified from on how you're going to spend it within certain realms. So if you go take $1 million and go put it on somebody's head and kill him, we ain't give you $1 million to kill nobody. Get out of here, nigga. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. So whatever the money they gave Kendrick, or you know whatever they agreed to with Kendrick, they're basically saying yes, his music came out via us. But if there is any foul play, they're not admitting there's foul play. They're just saying if there is, we got to bring Kendrick into it. Because really, they were telling Drake from the get-go, sue Kendrick, and Drake didn't sue Kendrick. Drake sued them, or not sued. But Drake is seemingly setting up to sue them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So this is more about the company. Is a petitioner. Frozen Moments is a liability LLC registered in the state of Florida. It's wholly owned by Drake, which Drake furnishes his recording services as a vocalist. So you can already know what that means. So that owns Drake's entity. Okay. So I guess when Drake signed to Aspire and then went over to Young Money, and then that got moved over to Republic, but now his services, the rights to it are like half. I don't know your exact percentage. Some to Republic, UMG. UMG owns Republic too. To UMG, but some of his rights are owned by OVO. So I just want to give y'all understanding why you're seeing Frozen Moments instead of OVO. OVO is his label, right? Frozen Moments seems to be the company that his artist likeness and probably I'm not sure if like all his writing credits go into there, but that probably owns the rights to like him making music. Okay, but he owns the company, so he owns the shit. It's just, you know, you want to create an LLC in case shit goes bad at one point. You know what I'm saying? Cool. All right. So, and it says, all right, bet. So it furnishes his recording services, vocalist, musician, and is a copywriter. Yes. So exactly. So that company owns the copyright of all of Drake's songs, the sound recordings and music. Okay. As such, the petitioner competes with Interscope. Okay. Respond to UMG, who is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Music Group. A publicly, all right, we don't need to do that. UMG's division, not limited to Interscope, which represents Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, and Republic Records, which represents Drake, as I just said. Interscope, a publicity team operates, okay, we don't care about that. And then Spotify is the other entity. Okay, so they're going at UMG and Spotify. Okay, we don't care about jurisdiction, and this is what they're requiring preservation and for potential discovery. Frozen Moments has commenced this special proceeding pursuant to blah, blah, to seek pre-action discovery to allow petitioner one to identify appropriate defendants and frame a complaint for a claim under the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organization Act, RICO. And two, identify appropriate defendants and frame a complaint for a claim under Section 349 of the New York General Business Law, which is the NY Deceptive Business Act, and the Section 350 and 350A of the New York General Business Law, which is New York False Advertising Act, And they're going to try to explain both. Civil RICO. Okay, and I know some people are like, oh my God, Drake's trying to hit with RICO. Okay, here's why. The petitioner, Drake, has viable cause of action for a civil RICO. Right? Now, RICO, you know, it's the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, which we all know for getting gangs and the mob and the mafia and all that type of stuff, which means this is a organized criminal enterprise, right? Keep in mind, it's a crime to payola is a crime, right? And I guess they're saying, you know, UMG is engaged in this. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest, and this is not me ad-libbing here and riffing. I don't know what Drake's goal is in this, because I think number one, UMG is gonna spend so much money for any like decently serious lawsuit. They might spend like $100,000. It's gonna make them salty towards it, right? Like if legitimately, and that's their stance. We're gonna read a statement by them later. They're gonna say, "Oh, we got no problem with Drake. The people choose. We just, you know," and their opinion is, we make money on both y'all bitch ass things. We don't give a fuck. You know, their thing is like, you think we care about our favorite slave? Y'all both slave. Fuck out of here. We make money off him and you. We don't give a fuck. So that's kind of their opinion. But you gotta imagine, it kind of makes you salty as somebody when they're now filing a lawsuit against you, right? So this is really interesting and uncharted ground that Drake is getting into, but this is probably a preview of probably what's been going on for a while, and they probably haven't been on the best of terms. Now, the thing with Drake, we all know Drake, you know, Drake one of them, you know what I mean? So it's like, we know his business has always been good. We've never heard messy stuff about Drake's business, right? Even when Wayne is like, yo, I'm not getting paid by Birdman, I'm owed this. Wayne never heard Drake said, yo, I'm broke out here. I need my money. Oh, this nigga ain't paying me. Drake business has always been a fucking one, right? But it appears that there might be some rough waters on the horizon. Or maybe there's just some certain stuff that never came to light. We'll see. Anyway, so civil RICO, the petition is viable cause of action for a civil RICO with the predicate of acts of wire fraud, mail fraud, and bribery for UMG payments to unknown parties in the form of reduced licensing fees to Spotify. However, the petitioner requires additional information in order to frame his complaint and satisfy the heightened Rule 9b pleading standard applicable to the complaints sounding in fraud. Specifically, the petitioner requires information about the method by which the third parties were paid in order to determine which underlying predicate acts to plead and to require information about which benefits were conferred upon UMG in the exchange of payments. Now, again, this is going to be really interesting. This is just my opinion here. Whatever amount of money that Kendrick did in a deal, or maybe like a small, whatever deal he has with UMG, I'm pretty sure they just gave him a bag of money. I'm pretty sure PG Lang collected the money, and PG Lang spent the money how they seen accordingly. And whatever contract between them that UMG paid the money, they're indemnified.